A very good morning to all those present here. Thank you, dear members, for coming and joining us. I find the required quorum for the meeting to be present and therefore declare the 50th annual general meeting of our company TIL Limited be open. As you are aware, this meeting can be accessed both physically as well as through virtual mode. The requisite link for virtual connection has been shared by NSDL, and I hope everybody has got it. I'm happy to introduce my colleagues on the dais. On my left, Mr. Amit Mukherjee. Amitji for making it possible. On his left is Mr. Alok Tripathi, Director and President of the company. Thank you, Alok. On my right is Mr. Ayan Banerjee, is the Director of Finance of TIL. And on his side is Mr. Kanhaiya Gupta, CFO of the company. And on Mr. Kanhaiya Gupta's right is Madam Chandrani Chatterjee. She is the company secretary of TIL. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Others, those who are present virtually, I am privileged to acknowledge the presence of Madam Saroj Punani, who is our independent director and also chairperson of the audit committee. Thank you, Madam Saroj, for joining us. Our statutory auditors, Mr. G.L. Chaudhary from Singh & Company is also present in the meeting with his team. We have the required presence of all the senior executives, and I would like to make a brief statement on 24-25 financial year performance. Esteemed shareholders and my colleagues on the board, once again a very good morning. I am honored to address you as the Chairman and Managing Director of TIL Limited in a very milestone year. This is the 50th annual general meeting of. I would like to congratulate all of this 50th annual meeting. This occasion marks an important milestone in the company's distinguished history, a year that has laid the foundation for a resilient recovery, not simply through change, but through reinvention. This year is representing a pivotal moment filled with renewed commitment and strategic focus for growth. This has been a year in which we have made a determined turnaround in our journey and collectively committed to go beyond the known thresholds and suitably position TIL on the historical growth trajectory of India. As all of you are aware, this is a historical phase for India's growth, and we want to position your company onto this growth trajectory suitably so that we can become the right-sized company in due course of time. For more than 80 years, dear shareholders, TIL has maintained a leading position in the material handling and infrastructure equipment manufacturing industry. We have consistently established industry standards in this country. As we meet today, we acknowledge our long-standing legacy and review the substantial advancements and progress achieved since our integration into a larger Gainwell group, which happened, as all of you know, on 24th of January 2024. So this is in a way the first full financial year that we have completed under the new management. Financial year 2025 has been a remarkable period of reinvention for all of us. This is the year in which we have begun re-establishing a solid foundation for recovery and growth of TIL. This journey has involved a comprehensive review and overhaul of our systems and processes, products and services, growth areas and partnerships. The year has also meant our rededication to improving overall governance, rejigging and reorienting our financial resources and practices, and market re-engagement of TIL with the market and our customers like never before. We have begun infusing a new energy and enthusiasm amongst our people and re-inculcating a culture of high performance and accountability in your company in this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that our financial performance in the financial year 2025 has been good and to our expectations. We achieved a 371% increase in revenue from operations compared to the previous year. This has taken us to the highest revenue levels we have seen in our company in last 5 years. For the first time in last 6 years, we have seen our EBITDA margins becoming positive. And our earning per share has also now moved into positive territory from the consistent negative territory for last several years. These results, dear shareholders, reflect the start of a strong growth phase in our journey and a strong resurgence in our financial recovery as well. This is the consequence of a deliberate execution of our transformation plan, which we had announced in the very first annual general meeting last year. We have collectively begun working on a 2-year roadmap, as the members are aware about. This was the first year. We are looking forward to an equally exciting second year in the current year as well. And the years which will follow after that will have a consistent movement up for our company. During the AGM last year, we have begun working very copiously on this 2-year road. All the overhaul of our current product specs is being undertaken. I'm happy that the first of these first 2 years plan, the first year has yielded good results. I would say many shareholders, and I want to thank those shareholders who have written to us and consistently said what a turnaround. It's not a turnaround. We would treat it as a satisfactory performance in the first year. We want to assure you that this is the year in which the growth journey, the new growth journey of your company has just begun. We are confident that in the years ahead, we are going to add significant chapters to the execution of this vision that we have set out for ourselves. With this strategic plan, which we call TIL 2.0, we have embarked on a strategic journey aimed at redefining our future. Our focus began with stakeholders' alignment, enhancing collaboration amongst cross-functional teams of the company, and integrating feedback from our customers and vendors as well as our shareholders. We fostered a service-first mindset in the company and invested in employee engagement and training. At the same time, we have invested in our people, further revamping workplace engagement of our teams, training initiatives which are new because there are several new products which are on the anvil, they are coming in. Also, the employee value proposition has been completely refurbished so that when somebody wishes to join TIL, one sees a long-term personal and professional growth possibility in the company. We have also financially enforced a very strong discipline in the company through tighter budgeting and efficient asset utilization, which has reflected in the improved financial ratios of the company, which I'm sure many of you would have seen, and also in EBITDA margins, which have significantly taken a turnaround. Manufacturing underwent significant changes in our company, with our Kamarhati and Kharagpur plants optimized for better performance, better utilization. The Kharagpur facility, now primarily a solar-powered facility, symbolizes our endeavor towards green manufacturing. And we have decided that we'll continue on this path of sustainability and green manufacturing, including reorienting our raw materials towards greener future. We increased operational efficiency using lean principles, strengthened quality assurance across the board, across all the products. In financial year 2025, we have progressed very well on engineering several new products with wider array of applications, and the new products, dear shareholders, they will begin to get introduced towards the end of this calendar year. So from December onwards, you will see some new products coming in. Our innovation pipeline includes higher capacity cranes and a unique pick and carry crane platform, which would be a fabulous platform for this large market which we have been missing so far. A versatile empty container handler platform alongside custom solutions for the defense sector, focused on handling sensitive packages as well as systems of the defense. Our initiatives align very well with Make in India initiatives of the government and with Atmanirbhar Bharat call that our Honorable Prime Minister has given. TIL is committed to reducing dependence on imported capital goods while enhancing self-sufficiency in vital sectors such as defense and infrastructure. Our capabilities in defense manufacturing, ladies and gentlemen, are becoming a significant growth driver, and we are actively pursuing additional large-scale defense opportunities now. With DRDO organization, an internal defense R&D team, and engineering capacity at all-time peak, we are honored to be counted today as a preferred partner by the Indian Army, Indian Navy, as well as Indian Air Force. Beyond performance, we have prioritized strong governance, which is very, very critical. Not only strong governance, but the call of sustainability and transparency in the organization. In financial year 2025, we initiated proactive investor communication while developing a comprehensive ESG roadmap for the company. Looking ahead, we remain not only optimistic but enthusiastic about what we have set out to achieve. Our current order book of more than 100 crore and the order pipeline of nearly 200, double the size of that, reflects a very well balanced portfolio of both defense and non-defense projects. Synergies between TIL and Gainwell Group are actively being leveraged, which I had also commented upon in my first annual general meeting. With no overlapping products within the group, both organizations can capitalize on each other's strengths. TIL is focusing on managing more complex fabrication projects in the mining equipment sector and also intends to supply fabricated components to other companies within the group. With our 4 decades of defense innovation and experience, as well as ongoing consolidation of our defense portfolio, we intend to pursue additional larger opportunities in this sector in the coming year, thereby enhancing our engagement in the defense domain. We remain committed to identifying international market opportunities, and there are many which are emerging in the wake of all the tariff discussion. We remain committed to identifying those opportunities and strengthening collaboration with our global OEM partners to serve the global markets as well. Our objective is to position TIL as a high-quality, cost-effective manufacturing and sourcing hub for regions including Asia Pacific, the Middle East, Africa, and Oceania. We will continue to advance our aftermarket and service capabilities as well as our aftermarket choices for our customers, supported by numerous technological platforms available to us from within the group companies. We are committed to broadening our product offerings, localizing our supply chain even more aggressively than we have done, and drive cost effectiveness. To our shareholders, I extend my heartfelt thanks and sincere gratitude. You have stood by us like a rock in this first year of rededication. And in the years before that, when things were not so easy for TIL. The achievements of this year, of financial year 2025, would not have been possible without your unwavering support and trust. You have enthused and supported us during the challenging times of last few years, and we are grateful to you for that. I'm delighted to share that we have resolved to redeem your trust and your company's comprehensive turnaround, not only in our financials, but also in our overall organizational reinvention. To our dedicated employees, I express my deepest appreciation. Your untiring hard work, resilience, and commitment have been the driving force behind our transformation. You are the true architects of the new TIL. To our customers, partners, and vendors, thank you very much for your continued trust and collaborative efforts. Dear members, as we walk through financial year 2026, we do so with great sense of assurance and confidence and strategic focus. TIL continues to build momentum and is positioned for sustained growth and leadership in the future. Collectively, we remain committed to upholding our standards of excellence, advancing innovation, and delivering enduring value to all our stakeholders in future. Thank you, dear members, for your valued participation in our ongoing journey. Thanks a lot. Dear members, I have to inform that we have received 5 proxies of shareholders representing 621 shares, out of which all the proxies have been verified and found valid. We also have received 1 representation from a corporate shareholder, which is also found to be valid. There are 141 shareholders present physically at the venue, and 2 shareholders have joined us virtually through video conferencing, and I want to thank all 143 of you. The register of directors' shareholdings, dear shareholders, it has been kept here and will remain open and accessible during the continuation of the meeting under section 170 of the Companies Act 2013. With the permission of the members present, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. We shall now take up the business to be transacted at this meeting. With the permission of the members, I now request Ms. Chandrani Chatterjee, Company Secretary, to read out the auditor's report to the members, which has been circulated to all the members already. Chandrani. Okay, we'll take it as read. Is that the consent of all the shareholders? Please decide amongst yourselves. You can read it first para and last para. First para, yes. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. First para and last para, and then we'll take it to the rest of it as read. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody present here. So, with the permission of the member present, I'm just reading out the first para and the last para of the Statutory Auditor's Independent Report. Independent Auditor's Report to the members of TIL Limited. Report on the audit of the standalone financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the accompanying standalone financial statements of TIL Limited, the company, which comprise the standalone balance sheet as at March 31, 2025, the standalone statement of profit and loss, including the standalone statement of other comprehensive income, the standalone statement of cash flow, the standalone statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, and notes to the standalone financial statements, including a summary of material accounting policies and other explanatory information, hereinafter referred to as standalone financial statement. This concludes the first para. Now I'm coming to the last para. Further, other than the consequential impact of the exceptions given above, the audit trail has been preserved by the company as per the statutory requirements for record retention where such feature was enabled. Thank you, shareholders. The meeting will proceed further. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrani. I now invite members to express their views and seek clarifications that they might want to seek. The members present through VC shall place their views first, and then the members present physically shall speak one by one. I request the company secretary to call upon the speakers one by one who have registered their names with the company with this request. Chandrani.
Yes, sir. So we would request the speaker who are present through online first, and thereafter we'll come to the physical shareholders. So I request Mr. S.P. Mittal to first take on the stage, and NSDL, please enable Mr. S.P. Mittal for speaking.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are fully audible, sir. Please carry on.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. I have already sent my questions, but I'll quickly go through them. So first question is, what were the primary drivers of the 371% revenue growth in FY25? Was this growth led by more volume, pricing, or new product launches, or entry into the new markets such as defense and logistics? How sustainable is this growth trajectory? Can you elaborate on the order pipeline, customer profile, and demand visibility for next 1-2 years? What is the revenue mix by business segment, defense, port equipment, and construction cranes, and how do you see this evolving? EBITDA margin has turned positive for us in 6 years. So what were the biggest contributors to this turnaround? And how much of these margin gains are structural versus cyclical? And do you have any medium-term EBITDA margin targets for next 2-3 years? We have also introduced several new products like high-capacity forklifts, cranes, and aerial work platforms, etc., and received key certifications. So what's the expected revenue contribution from these new products? And what is the pipeline for future product launches, particularly in these high-margin or export-oriented offerings? And we have manufactured and sold around 242 machines this financial year. And was it sold to the domestic markets or export markets? And if it was an export sale, can you please share the geographies and products where we sold these to? And how much was the capacity utilization achieved at Kharagpur and Kamarhati post optimization? And what is your target utilization? How large is the current defense order book? Are there new categories or export opportunities in the defense segment? And the N80A articulating crane was initially designed for defense, but it is now available to retail customers. Do you have plans to cross-leverage more defense technologies or platform for commercial markets? And what is your strategy for expanding the defense product line, especially into higher value or more technologically advanced equipments? And after the recent rights issue and capital increase, what is the company's capital allocation priority? Growth investment, R&D, debt reduction, or merger and acquisitions? And you recently renewed your 5-year partnership with Hister Rail. So how do you plan to further leverage this alliance for technology transfer, and what did over this period? And lastly, you expect the Snorkel partnership to add around 200 crores to top line by FY28. So what are the key drivers to achieving this target? And how are you planning to localize or indigenize any of the Snorkel technology for the Indian markets? So this is all my questions. It would be helpful if you can answer all of them point by point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal. We have received all your questions, and there are some answers which I'll give at the end of everybody's speech. And whatever specific information you've asked for, if there is something that I will not be able to cover here, we will send you by mail or something. Thank you very much, Mr. Mittal. Your questions are very comprehensive.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal. Now I would request Mr. Manoj Banerjee, please speak on behalf of NSDL team. Please enable him. Mr. Manoj Banerjee.
I am audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are fully audible.
Good morning to everyone, respected chairman, present board members, and fellow shareholders. Myself, Manoj Banerjee, joining this virtual AGM from Kolkata. First of all, may I express my deepest condolences on the passing of our former chairman, and may God bless his soul, rest in peace. For the financial year 2024-25, our company has reported a significant turnaround and demonstrating a decisive return to profitability after 6 years of losses. TIL recorded highest revenue in 5 years and also achieved highest ever EBITDA. Congratulations to the entire team for their efforts to making this a successful year. I strongly support all the resolutions by remote e-voting. Now, I have some queries. Number 1, what measures are being taken to reduce the reliance on non-operating income and strengthen the core business operation for sustainable long-term growth? My second query is, what is your key strategies to mitigate the impact of rising interest cost on the profitability? And my final query is, sir, can you share more details on the planned product launches in the port equipment and infrastructure sectors for the financial year 2026? Chairman, sir, on these significant occasions of our 58th AGM, I humbly request that you consider presenting a memento to all shareholders, including online participants like myself. Notably, online shareholders were not acknowledged in the previous year. I hope that this milestone year will be an opportunity to rectify this oversight and ensure inclusivity. Thank you and wish you all the best. Over to you, sir, for further proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. Good suggestions. I'll answer your questions and we'll keep in mind your suggestion regarding celebration on the 50th AGM. Thank you very much. Chandan.
So, thank you, sir. So, with this, we have come to an end with our VC speaker. So, now we have come to the physical shareholders. At first, I would request Mr. Girish Gulati present here to deliberate on the performance of the company. Yeah.
Am I audible? Respected CMD sir, Alok sir, and distinguished board members present on the dais. My name is Girish Gulati, investor in the company. First of all, my deepest condolences for our ex-MD and may his soul rest in peace. During my investment journey at TIL, I am witnessing an unprecedented change in the culture at TIL. Vibrancy and energy amongst the team is unparalleled and deserves a compliment. Able leadership of Mr. Alok and Mr. Pinaki has started to showcase results both on top line and bottom line. Jump in aftermarket sales from rupees 5 crores in FY24 to rupees 47 crores in FY25 is a welcoming change. And this business has great potential going forward and can deliver better margins and cash flows for the company, thus improving the balance sheet of the company going forward. Separate SBU for defense is a good start, and the unit has immense potential as it caters to huge demand in defense sector due to indigenization of products and export potential. Overall, the intangibles being brought into TIL by Gainwell Group in terms of discipline, value system, resources, finances, management skills, turnaround capabilities, engineering skills, global experience, marketing and sales network, and the relationship with global OEM players cannot be valued in numbers. To change TIL's erstwhile culture must have been a daunting and uphill task for the management. And it's being said that it's very difficult to build a company. However, it's more challenging to rebuild an existing company. TIL is gradually coming to a stage where from its bad will become good, good will become better, and better will become best in times to come. Team TIL displayed a lot of resilience with professionalism in turning it around. As a shareholder, we understand along the way whatever lessons or new guidance that emerges will help TIL to rise higher and higher. May TIL's steadfast objective be to build a world-class global company with an Indian bomb. Once again, on behalf of entire fellow shareholders, I thank the entire board, Team TIL, for creating and preserving shareholders' wealth. May God bless you all. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Girish ji. Thank you for your kind comments and encouragement. Grateful.
Actually, এখন বলবেন Mr. Santanu Basu, representative of C. Macartic Private Limited, our corporate shareholders, and thereafter Mr. Alokumar Pal, thereafter Mr. Anindu Sundar Roy, Mr. Tapos Dotto, Mr. Subhash Kaur, Mr. Sunil Kumar Modak, Mr. Ratanu Saha, Mr. Joydeep Bokshi. আমরা সেইভাবে সাজিয়েছিলাম, মানে একদম টাইম ওয়াইজ। হ্যাঁ, একদম একদম ফার্স্ট কাম, বাট এখানেও আরো কিছু লোক রেজিস্ট্রেশন করিয়েছেন আপনারা, আমরা তাদেরকেও দেবো। আমাদের কাছে লিস্ট আছে, সেটা আমি পরে বলছি। আগে যারা অলরেডি রেজিস্টার্ড তারা একটু বলে নিই।
But there is a email address of the section of the who are arranging a physical meeting, attending the member, and there is a listed and suggested the person are joining the meeting. This is the policy, is the ethically 100% wrong.
No, no.
তো বল আপনি
जी बताइए।
So you want to speak first? You want to speak first? If other shareholders agree to
If you
that,
agree,
we don't have any problem.
Why not? আচ্ছা, আপনাদের দুজনের তারা আছে না?
হ্যাঁ, আমি দেখ, so সেটাই আপনারা দেখুন, we don't have any problem, company management have no problem, but that is between the understanding of your fellow shareholders. Whatever you said, we don't have any problem. ওকে, ওকে, আপনার নামটা? আচ্ছা, ঠিক
আছে, ওকে।
স্যার, আমি সবাইকে রিকোয়েস্ট করছি কাউকে বলতে দিন, আদারওয়াইজ ইট উইল গেট ডিলেড অনলি।
It
will get delayed only.
Between আপনার নাম ইনক্লুড করে নেওয়া হবে লাস্ট শেষে থেকে, আপনি বলেন।
ওকে,
ঠিক আছে, ওকে,
ঠিক আছে, আপনি বসুন।
প্লিজ সিট ডাউন।
স্যার, আমরা তো বারবারই বলেছিলাম, যেটা এখানে আপনাদের আলাদা শেয়ার হোল্ডাররাও বলেছিল, যে যারা ফার্স্ট কাম ফার্স্ট সার্ভ বেসিসে দেয়া হয়েছে, আপনারা হয়তো মেল পাঠিয়েছিলেন, বাট সেটা অনেক পরে। বাট এনিওয়ে, এভরিবডি উইল বি গিভেন চান্স প্রোভাইডেড টাইম পারমিটস।
Not everybody hard copy, but I want to say I arrange the hard copy meeting and
No. Please, let's go about it systematically. There is the government rules, dear members. Let me clarify. The government rules are very clear. Soft copy of the annual report has to be circulated, which was circulated. Hard copies of the report for your convenience is available here. Those who want, read it now. Subsequently, if you have any questions, clarification, it is your company. You can always ask those questions even later. Annual general meeting is not the only platform where questions can be asked. You can subsequently ask questions, we will reply. There's no problem. Now, Chandrani, let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead. So, I request Mr. Shantanu Basu, representative of Mrs. C. Macartic Private Limited, to please come on the stage and deliberate.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to ask questions. My questions are as follows. So, firstly, I would like to ask that although the debtor days have reduced from 199 days in FY24 to 156 days in FY25, those are still high. So, what steps are you taking to reduce the debtor days? And as a corollary, what would be your ideal inventory days and creditor days going forward, and thereby the working capital cycle? So that's my first question. The second question is with regard to your broad projections. So if you can give me your projections for, revenue projections for this current financial year and FY27 and 28, how do you see it? What would be your expected EBITDA margins, expected capex, and debt position at the end of FY28? Further, the effective tax rate in FY26 and 27. My next question is that your export sales were minuscule at 11 lakhs in FY25. So, what steps are you taking to increase your export sales? The following question, I would like to say that the auditor noted subsequent rather than prior approval for related party transactions in their audit report. Further, there were SEBI penalties for violations of regulations concerning fraudulent practices, disclosure delays, and director appointments. Now, these incidents highlight significant compliance risks and issues. So, what steps are the company taking to ensure that these lapses do not happen in the future? And finally, I would like to ask that, or rather state that your more than 3 years debtors in your balance sheet for FY25 was 16.37 crores. However, there is an allowance for credit loss of around 35 crores. So, does this allowance include the whole of 3 years debtors? Thank you very much. I don't have any further questions.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Basu.
Thank
The
you, Mr.
CMD sir will definitely reply to all your questions, but just two questions I want to reply. First thing was subsequent approval of shareholder audit committee regarding related party. So here I want to just inform all the shareholders, the agreement with that party has been entered into long back in 2022. But subsequently in November 2024, they became a related party. So that's why the approval from audit committee was subsequent, because the agreement was carrying on from long before they became the related party. And the next thing, as Mr. Basu also pointed out, that SEBI violation. So you may have noted that all those violations happened in 2022. We from the management sides and board of directors side, we certainly ensures that henceforth there will be no non-compliance and no violation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Basu.
Oh, acha. But they will face to you. So that was the thing. So you want to.
Please, it's okay. It's
Sure,
okay.
then.
I think these are smaller issues. Please, let's not get deviated. Okay, what next?
So I request now Mr. Alok Kumar Pal to please take the seat.
Good morning, everybody. Myself, A.K. Pal. Sir, in corporate page, you mentioned 4 auditors' name. In this connection, I like to know, company have 4 branch, so have any branch auditor? And another thing, company have 3 independent director. Who is lead independent director? Now, sir, page 9. In 2024, you write enhancing capacity utilization. I like to know what is the current capacity utilization of both plants. Now, sir, page 15. Future ready pipeline. Sir, you write, ensure we remain ahead of industry curves and customer expectation. In this connection, I like to know, have you done any customer satisfaction survey? If you done, what is the score? And are you introduce Six Sigma system to reduce zero defect work culture. Then sir, page 16, green infrastructure. Here you write, while reducing our carbon footprint. Sir, what percentage you reduce carbon footprint, and due to this reducing, have you earned any carbon credit? Page 29, safety, our culture. Sir, have you done periodically safety audit? Particularly fire safety audit you done and mock drill to prevent fire accident? Page 59, particulars of employee. Sir, I like to know what number of employee in this list. And sir, page 61, you write transparency, fairness and timely basis. Sir, in this connection, I'd like to know, have you done shareholder satisfaction service? If you done, what is the score? Sir, page 77, here is one qualification remark. Page 77 and page 78, there is a 3 qualification remark. Penalty of 1 crore was imposed. Sir, in this connection, I like to mention here, you pay 1 crore to regulator body agency, but you miser to shareholder, because I have 2 folio, they give me 1 coupon. Why you so miser? Why you so niggard? You booking hall, it is around 1 lakh rupees. You additional burden more than I hope 2 lakh plus. If you done the meeting in your office, you could save it. Shareholder came here their own cost, own time, but you don't give them 1 coupon extra. It is a right. You do not beg it. We are not beggar. You should give all the coupon, shareholder. I hope all shareholder endorse my views. আপনারা বলুন। You should be open-minded liberal. How do you expect from shareholder cooperation? You incur expenditure lavishly, but when in case of shareholder, you miser. You shut your hand in pocket. That should not be done. I hope all shareholder agree with my views. আপনারা বলুন। Okay.
Can we, I heard you something.
I'll continue.
Let's move to the next.
Then sir, page 91, corporate profile and historical milestone. I like to know, what is your order book position as on 30th August 2005? Page 24, competition from import. Are you not afraid from Indian in between our country? You only threat from import. Then you are a number 1 crane company in India. In this connection, I like to know, what is the Indian competitor to your company? Page 97, human resources and industrial relations. Sir, again I ask, are you done any employee engagement survey? If done, what is your score? Then sir, page 98, talent retention. Sir, what is the attrition rate? Then page 99, particulars of converts from energy. Sir, have you done any energy audit? And I also like to know our energy system is compliant with ISO 51000. Page 112. Sir, I found one litigation pending from 2007-2008 service tax. The last 17 years or 18 years. What is the legal expenditure of this particular case and what is its status? Then sir, page 130, plant property equipment. Sir, which year you last revalued this fixed asset? Which year you last revalued this fixed asset? Oh, bolo. Then sir, page 133. I found some lease agreement with Port Trust expired in 2015 and it is still processed. Sir, 10 years already passed. It is which delay, which part? Port Trust or your part, your inefficiency that you did not complete it to your own name, this trust deed. Another thing, this page 4.7, flat located in Mumbai has been disposed of 250 lakhs. I like to know it is sale with negotiation or open tender. Page 138 from investment. Sir, I like to know it is in demat form or physical form. Page 149, secured loan. Sir, when loan is secured, there is some rating. What is the rating of this secured loan? And secured non-convertible debenture. When is secured convertible debenture, there some be trustee. Who is trustee? Please disclose the trustee name. Answer my last question. Other expenses. I found there is a floating expenses is increased compared to last year. I particularly like to know which expenses has gone more than 100%, 200%, 300%. Particularly buildings repair. It is increased from 19 lakhs to 125 lakhs. What is the reason? Another thing, insurance is an in this connection. I like to know, are you provide director and officers liability insurance? And I found some motor vehicle expense is increased more than 200%. And advertising, it is increased from 300 to 173. It is a funny thing. Everyone is surprised to see this figure. It is increased by skyrocketing speed. And other service support expenses. Last year nil, this year 98 lakhs. What is the reason? And other miscellaneous expense, though it is reduced, but I ask, what is the fee for custodial fee, that is CDSL, NSDL, and ROC filing fee, and what is fee you paid register and transfer agent? Thank you for patient hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Pal. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman of the meeting, other dignitaries on dais, employees of the company, our company secretary, Ms. Chandrani Chatterjee, and all other fellow shareholders who is in this hall today attending this meeting. Sir, this year, this financial year, I have no knowledge about the company's operational operations. Because I put my request long back and I registered my name as a speaker through email to Ms. Chatterjee, and I put my request for a hard copy of the annual report, but I just collected it from here. So it is not possible for me to speak any operational areas about the company. From my knowledge of the, I pay my condolences before one of the, this I should have done it before, because I was late. When I came, I was late. By the time, maybe you just paid your respect for one of the loss of our founding member, who just considered us as one of his biological family member, each and everybody, and treated us after the AGM. Treated us every year. Treated us there at the factory in Kamarhati. So we never saw any other company chairman treated their shareholders like their own biological family members. So I pay my deep condolences to the departed soul, and he suffered a lot. He suffered a lot because being a lonesome and just giving everything for this company, for these members, and when he spoke, he just, I had a feeling like I'm talking to me. My big brother was there. He's asking for me what I need. He's just not talking to me like that. He's just asking me what I need, what situation I am. So that's a feeling I have for him. His brother, elder brother, also very much. So I pay my deep condolences for their departed souls. And well, sir, I thank Ms. Chatterjee for her enrolling me as a speaker this year. And my only question is that since we are participating in very an important area like defense sector, do you have any collaboration with Israel? Because Israel is one of the wonder in the world as per in terms of defense sectors. And sir, what we have situations with the DRDO and other things, all the financial, sort of things. I'm not interested in that, so I don't ask anything about that. Sir, what do you think about the venture in the space, Indian aerospace industry? So that's all from my side. As we saw, that this company was doing good, doing good. But now I have a feeling, and this company is doing better, and we aspire for in the future that this company will be the best, one of the best company in the Indian sectors, industrial sectors, and beyond in the world. With my hope and aspirations and all my good feelings for you all, I'm ASY concluding this AGM. Thank you, sir. Stay well.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. Thank you very much for your kind comments and observations. I'll respond to your questions.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Chairman, distinguished board members, esteemed KMPs, and my fellow shareholders in the auditorium. I, myself, Taposh Kumar Dotto, an equity shareholder of TIL Limited. I profoundly express my sincere gratitude to the galaxy of TIL Limited for their dedication, exertion, commitment, and consistent endeavor to make the organization viable. Third, hopes and aspiration, euphoria and a great enthusiasm, a bundle of excitement and a bit of bewilderment. This is the 50th annual general meeting, the very golden jubilee year. How would you commemorate this year? Please announce to your shareholder. Chairman sir, in terms of connection with shareholder, I ask you to keep a coordinator in your secretarial department. Our secretary ma'am is too busy to attend us. In terms of hospitality, I endorse A.K. Pal's views. Pursuant to Regulation 36(3), page notice 12, pursuant to Regulation 36(3) of SEBI LODR and SS2 issued by ICSI, the following important parameter in connection with directors, Mr. Ayan Banerjee, are omitted. Date of birth, listed entities from which he has resigned in past 3 years, number of meetings of the board attended during the year, out of meeting held, terms and condition of appointment or reappointment, remuneration last on, remuneration sought to be paid, nationality and designation or category of director. Omission of these would impose a penalty for rupees 1 lakh, which is detrimental to corporate government. In corporate information page, CIN listing details are omitted in terms of connection with it is already spoken. Page 1. We are working on expanding our horizon, deepening alliance with global OEM. How many countries have you reached? In this connection, I would like to know. You are expanding your horizon. How many countries have you reached? And how many global OEM have you made alliance with? Page 99. How much capital have you invested on energy conservation equipment? How much have you spent for capital R&D? And how much for recurring R&D? Total R&D expenditure as a percentage of total revenue is absent in annual report. How much money have you spent for solar plant at Kharagpur? Page 101. Permanent employees 348 numbers. How many are male? How many female? What is the turnover rate of permanent employee? Page number 12. Many disputed dues. Oh, it is already discussed by A.K. Pal. Page 119. Your operating activities do not generate enough cash to stay liquid. Profits are tied up with trade receivable and inventory, which might increase bad debt and provisioning pressure. Try to generate positive cash flow. Page 130. Freehold land. Why have you sold freehold land for rupees 3 lakhs? Page 131. What is the status of right of use asset? Where have the lease taken form and its validity? Page 135. What is the status of capital work in progress? It remains same as it was in previous year. Page 152. Desegregation of revenue based on geography would have been shown. Disregard. Page 93. Two ratios would have been included in key ratios. One, ICR and other asset turnover ratio. ICR and asset turnover ratio, without these ratios, future direction of the company could have not understood. With these few remarks, I would like to conclude. Thank you for patient hearing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Datta. Thank you. I'll respond to your queries.
Very good noon to everybody. Respected Chairman of the meeting, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, employees of TIL, my fellow shareholders online and present here. Myself, Sunil Chaturvedi, joining this meeting. I am proud to be a member of TIL Tractors Limited, TIL. This is our 58th annual general meeting. Actually, I have received asked for the physical annual report, but it was not sent. I collected this from this venue hall from here. So this is our 58th year of annual general meeting, and as per the chairman's speech, I ascertain that our company is progressing very good, very nice. 371 increase of our revenue than previous year, and this is the best among the last 5 years. EBITDA margin is very positive. EPS is very good. The company is turnaround. Company is moving fast to its goal. Sir, I have casted my votings in favor of the resolutions and hope that our company will do well in the coming future. Sir, I must condolence for the sudden demise of our ex-chairman, managing director, Mr. Majumder. I will deeply regret for his sudden demise. Sir, this is our 50th year AGM. How you will observe this 50th year and how you will reward our shareholder fraternity, please mention. Sir, Mr. Majumdar has assured us several times that you will took us to our factory there, Siliguri. That time it was under renovation, under process, but it was not done so far. So this is my request to you. Please look into this, and so that our shareholder friends may be in your factory. Sir, please consider for the memento for the attending members, and hope that our company will doing best, very good in the coming future. With this hope, I conclude my speech. Over to you for the further proceedings. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Prodar. Thank you so much, sir.
Have a good day. It's really great for me that I chance to at this podium. Our Adieu, Sumit Majumder ji. First of all, I have to gratis to our Adieu, Sumit Majumder ji. And our present chairman, sir, Sunil Chaturvedi ji, our Amit Mukherjee ji, Alok Kumar Tripathi ji, our company secretary, our Gupta ji, our Banerjee, and also present inside our connecting internet. Sir, I Atanu Shah, a shareholder of our Tractor India Limited. It's my great pleasure. It's our company organizing its 58th annual general meeting on 11th September 2025. Our venue was as GD Birla Sabhaghar. It is going on. Sir, first of all, I vote of thanks to our chairman. He informed me to everybody to everything about 80 years encouraging to make in India Dikshit Bharat and also our Atmanirbhar Bharat. Sir, it is very good for us that our company is the first tractor made in our company. It's really great for us, really. And it is encouraging whole India. Sir, in this regard, I wish to read, sir, our Vedic chant, Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviriyam Karavavahi Tejashvi Navadhi Tamastuma Viddishavahi. Sir, in this regard, may God protect our chairman, everybody, our shareholders, our listeners, our followers, and it's both they believe each and other and keep argues properly and keep resources to keep resources. This is the main object. Sir, my question in this regard that, sir, our country's demand-wise, our question is that our defense sector and also our inside country and outside country, so do we are dispatching our finished goods in proper time, and do we get in properly getting our remuneration, our pay by check, or this way, sir, maintaining a proper cash flow maintenance? In this regard, do we have any the equity debt ratio properly maintaining it, sir? In this regard, and also, sir, one point, the employee is the founder of all system. Sir, do we have this 2004, before 2004, though who started their journey inside our TIL? So they are related with the National Pension Scheme Fund? Is it continuing properly? Sir, in this regard, sir, previous year, sir, I could not get chance to visit physically. I was there net-wise, but one thing, the matter of factory visits, sir. Factory visit is very, very important. Our one friend told me that I know nothing about our company product, even know nothing about our raw materials, what is and how they are made in everything. But it is necessary for us to at least understood what is going on inside our country, inside our company factory. Mainly it is in Agarpada, in Kharagpur, and other. So it is important, sir. Think it, sir. At least do it. If we are waiting for previous year also, it is waiting, and think about it, sir. And in this regard, before I leave, I wish to read our H.P. Kanodiyaji's, though out of our master, though out of our real friend, guide us and lead us. We are marching ahead to make Bharat world. Oh God, never turn away from us. Sir, I, Atanusha, I wish a good year ahead with good result and good dividends, sir. It is not yet, but it is also, we are standing the last resort of all transaction as a shareholder, sir. I wish, I am going to casting my vote. That is 1, 2 ordinary and 3, 4 it is special. All are ordinary resolutions, sir. I already casting my vote going to NSDL system. I also thanks to request to all to everybody come to NSDL kiosks and do customer vote. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Saha. Thank you so much.
এই জাস্ট একটা করে Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Chairman, esteemed members of the board, and fellow shareholders. Chairman, sir, your speech was outstanding, provided valuable insight about our company. Sir, congratulations to you and the entire management team on reaching a remarkable milestone of the Golden Jubilee AG. Sir, on this special occasion, I humble request to management to consider providing special mementos to shareholder and if possible, arranging a planned visit the attending shareholder as a memorable gesture. Sir, I wholeheartedly support all the resolution passed through remote e-voting. Now coming to my queries. Sir, despite revenue rising nearly 5 times to rupees 31,528 lakh, net profit is only 286 lakhs and EPS has collapsed from 61.40 to 0.43. What concrete step is the board taking to improve profitability and deliver sustainable return to shareholders? My second question. With net debt rupees 25,973 lakhs and a 4.56 debt to equity ratio, how will management reduce leverage while sustaining growth? Page number 228. Next. Sir, with financial liabilities at rupees 38,588 lakhs and borrowing forming the bulk, how does management plan to optimize the balance sheet and mitigate interest and liquidity risks? Page number 229. My next query. With foreign currency liabilities of rupees 1,226 lakhs and significant market risks, how is the management mitigating effects and interest rate risks and safeguarding shareholder value? Sir, during FY 23-24, the company sold the Sahibad land and building sale, generated a one-time gain. How will the management ensure sustainable profitability going forward? Sir, my next query is TIL Overseas Pte Limited posted a USD 16 lakh loss with negative result in FY 24-25. What is the management plan to turn it profitable? এক মিনিট। আচ্ছা স্যার, I have not received any investor service from the company secretary or secretarial department. And sir, I had request hard copy of the annual report on 14 August, but till date I have not received it. As per SEBI Regulation 36 and Section 136 of the Company Act 2013, shareholders are entitled to receive a hard copy on request. May I know why the company has not complete with this requirement? After SEBI penalties of over rupees 1 crore, what system has management put in the place to prevent such regulatory lapses in future? My next query is with the 27. Okay, thank you, sir. Complete.
Thank you, Mr. Kaur. Thank you.
Very good afternoon, Chairman and others present in today's meeting. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi. First of all, I pay my condolences to our former chairman who passed away recently. Many questions have been asked, and congrats once again for the operations which we have maintained compared to last year's, and also the performance is improving under the new management. So it would have been better if we had received the annual report beforehand, at least a copy, not made the printed one. So at least to the speaker so that we can get deliver our speech easily. Regarding this material handling and infra equipment, which plays a crucial role in the industry, and with the global market, what is our projected market value? Kindly share. And are we thinking of any joint ventures or any value addition in our products to come up to meet the market? And regarding Government of India initiative regarding infrastructure development, how are we supporting them? And regarding the imported cranes, is it posing as a challenge to our nature of business? And how do we plan to reduce our expenses? These are other expenses which have been raised by our earlier speakers also. Regarding this penalty of 1 crore and the 50% of the penalty amount before Securities Appellate Tribunal, all this and the 10 lakhs by the BSE and the NEC, they have issued warnings. How do we tackle these situations? How do we meet up with this? And we have raised funds to different mediums. So how are we utilizing these funds for capital utilization of these funds in our future business? And with the due respect to all, just want to say, because this the Secretarial Department is the bridge between the management and the shareholders, but we find it difficulty to get in through this Secretarial Department. So if there's a situation permits, you can have a deputy secretary or someone else who can attend our calls, because our calls doesn't go directly to the Secretarial. So it would be much helpful to us. Because even there was no courtesy call even before the meeting also. Different companies were attending, we get at least a courtesy call, yes, you are the speaker, or at least are you attending the meeting, any courtesy call comes, but no courtesy call comes. Because the Secretarial Department is the bridge between the management and us. That should be taken care of. And as requested by earlier speakers, this is the 50th. Whoever is attending, kindly arrange for some mementos so that we can mark this situation. And do arrange for a factory visit. We had visited it long last time. We can see the new development and the new working progress. That would be very fine. That's all from my side. I hope the company all the best in the coming years. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi. Thank you so much for your suggestion.
Madam, I want to.
मैडम मैंने बोला था ना, मेल भेजा है, इसके बाद आप बुला नहीं रहे।
मैंने भी मेल भेजा था मैडम।
नहीं,
Madam Sudipto Chakraborty. I also applied for speaker in mail. Please enlist. Yes. Oh, Sudipto Chakraborty.
Respected Chairman, Mr. MD, Sunil Chaturvedi, other board of members present, myself Amarendra Nath Rai, an equity shareholder of TIL Limited, joining 50th annual general meeting organized by the company. Special thanks to our well-experienced company secretary, Mrs. Chandani Chatterjee, who always maintained cordial relations with the shareholders. Sir, the 221 pages annual report is colorful, attractive, exhaustive, self-explanatory, transparent with facts and figures are all in place, and adhere to the all norms of corporate governance. Sir, it is a privilege to speak on the 50th annual general meeting as a shareholder. I take great pride in the company's achievement over the past 5 decades and the trust it has constantly earned. I sincerely appreciate the vision of the leadership and the dedication of the employees. With continued innovation and strong governance, I am confident our company will achieve even greater success in the years ahead. I have some queries. So first, how has the acquisition by the Gainwell Group strengthened TIL's limited growth prospects? Please share your views. How does the company plan to achieve the $1 billion goal in the coming years? Next, what are the advantages renewing the 5-year DSSA agreement with Hister? Sir, in what ways do local service support and global technology combine to add value for customers? Please share your views. Next, what are the main advantages of exporting to regions like New Zealand and Australia? Please share your views. In what challenges do we face in exporting the Southeast Asia market like Thailand, Vietnam and Malaysia? Please share your views. Next, what steps are being taken to meet the rising global demand for our machines? What advantage does DRDO registration provide for our company? Please share your views. How important is the defense manufacturing in the company's overall business strategy? How do robust order inflows across automotive structures and hydraulics strengthen our positions? Please share your views. How do these long-term contracts improve our revenue visibility and stability? How significant are exports in the company's overall revenue? We appreciate, on the occasion of 50th AGM of our company, I kindly request you to arrange a factory visit for all attending shareholders. Sir, we appreciate the efficient and professional work of CV management and NSDL team. That's all from my side. Thank you for your kind attention. I am Amarendra Nath Rai. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. Thank you.
Respected Chairman, sir, and other dignitaries sitting on the dais. Myself, Gautam Nandi, very old equity shareholder of your company. Respected Chairman, sir, your introductory speech was very informative and also very encourageable. You have explained everything regarding the performance of our company in your beautiful speech. I must appreciate it, sir. So thanks, sir. Sir, I just like to share a few points. Sir, what is the direct and indirect impact on our company after the implementation of the new rate of GST, which would be affected from 22nd of this month? Please tell us. Sir, what is the roadmap of our company for the next 3 to 4 years, especially related to the growth of our company? Sir, who are the main competitors of yours
of yours in our country. Sir, you have adopted AI technology in our company. Fine. Sir, I'd like to know how this technology is helping our company for further modernization. Sir, one request, my earlier speakers already expressed in their views. Please arrange a factory visit in this coming winter season. We are very much awaiting for the same. Sir, one thing I like to say, I have deposited my own folios outside the counter. You are sitting there, but only one coupon I have. They used to give us, not only mine. For those shareholders who are sitting here, everybody is suffering for this. Please take up the matter and take the necessary action for the same. Sir, this is a 50th AGM. Definitely this is auspicious year. You are celebrating this. We are expecting at least a memento for the attending members in this auspicious year. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gandhi.
Good afternoon, respected Chairman and MD, CFO, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, fellow members joining at 50th AGM of TIL Limited. My name is Ashit Kumar Pathak. Thanks to our Company Secretary and Chief Compliance Officer, MS Sunil Chaturvedi, for sending me the notice of the AGM with digital annual report very well in advance and allow me to speak. Before I start, I am paying my respect and condolence to our former chairman, to Mr. Sumit Majumder, for sudden demise and praying to God for his for his soul rest in peace, and who shaped my company into new height under his leadership with most value-added products, that is trackers and defense allied products. Also, he is very lovable to our members also. When we visited in factory AGM, he always made cordial relation to every members, and also our respected Mr. Shekhar Chatterjee. He is the very lovable to us, every member, sir. So this is my view. I also take same for my company as an old member. Sir, your opening remarks, you covered most of the valuable strategies of my company, and thanks to my company's management team, turn around my company after acquisitions and made into new height, brick and bolt by bolt. With global partners, Manitoba Crane Groups and Grow Hester Groups, and focusing TIL 2.0 is the new innovation strategies. I am totally appreciating this for turn around my company and focusing into new value-added products, as well as penetrating domestic market as well as international market. So my previous speaker also mentioned various which is aligned with my views, and also you mentioned, I also noted this expected order booking from defense sectors next to 3 years, and as well as domestic market and export market. Sir, in domestic market there is the very competition, because our former chairman also faced many competition in domestic markets, mostly from China. they are dumping very low price than other price. So there is the challenge also in the domestic market. So how among companies is planning to mitigate these challenges? Number one, and also export market is very relating in higher inflation on shipping. Also there is geopolitical turbulence ongoing, and also the shipping problem, and also very tough situation. So what my company's management team thinking to enhance the export business growth, because we have many important countries, export companies, countries like New Zealand, Thailand, Malaysia, Australia, and also Vietnam. So share your thoughts about this, our future export strategies, because our products is very value added products. I noticed in the balance sheet with big diagram, excellent products, and also present capacity of utilization. My previous speaker also mentioned at Kamarhati. And any plan for expansion of capacities, because our products is also very value added. You also mentioned in your opening speech. So any plan expansion of capacities other than 2 plants? Share your thoughts. Also revenue from operation nicely achieved, near about 343 crores. EBITDA is near about 40 crores from negative zone 74 crores, and EBITDA margin for 12%, and profit before tax 4 crores. EPS is turned around positive rupees 0.4 from negative minus 42.6. Excellent. And net worth achieved near about 83 crores. All is possible, and manufactured and sold, I noticed 242 machines as on 31st March 2025. So excellent strategies. I am totally followed the balance sheet. I don't say other parameters, but company's management team has good intention to looking forward in positive zone. This I am appreciating for this. Only this, sir. And also, I noticed our borrowing near about 269 crores. So share your thoughts on average borrowing cost, because repo rate also reduced. So I think borrowing cost also reduced parallel. So share your thoughts about this. And also any capex program next to 3 years, because company already secured rupees 710 crores directly alongside potential future equity actions between financial year 27-28. So share your thoughts about our total capex program next to 3 years. And nothing to say more. I primarily pray to God for everybody good health. That is the very important thing. Health is positive to all is positive. So, and pray to God for everybody good health and prosperity of the company by the leadership of our respected chairman. Namaskar. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Namaskar. Thank you, Pathak sir. Thank you so much for the comments. Next.
Good morning, shareholders. I am Shrishti from Nivesha Investment Management, and thank you for the management for giving this opportunity. FY25 was a great year and great execution. Opening commentary was insightful as into the company's future plans and growth. I have a few questions. My fellow shareholders have asked about the capacity utilization, but I want to understand the expected improvement on these levels in FY26 and FY27. Our current order book, revenue visibility in terms of execution timeline, which segments as in ports, infra, mining, defense or material handling are driving the order inflows. How much revenue is recurring like spares, service or rentals versus one-time equipment sales? What is the share of our indigenous manufacturing versus imported raw material? And where do we source our critical components such as engines, axles and hydraulic systems? What percentage of fabrication is in-house versus outsourced? So basically want to get an idea of how much backward integrated are we. How are we managing working capital and receivables, especially with government PSUs as a client and mix of government client versus private client. Bifurcation in terms of volumes and revenues for key products such as reach stacker, rough terrain cranes, and pick and carry cranes. And can you help me with understanding the market size for the same in India and how much of it is getting imported? What are the key risks from imports as well in terms of pricing and technology? You have indicated a pipeline of 5 to 6 new products in the non-defense sector as well. So can you elaborate on these offerings, expected launch timelines and revenue contribution from the same? And also bifurcation of defense and non-defense that we should expect moving forward. With the IP approval received for pick and carry cranes, what is our outlook on demand and competitive dynamics in this segment? Any other product launches planned in the FY26 that will open new markets for us? What are our overall capacity plans across the business, particularly for defense, with the new SBU expected to commence commercial production? Like the new SBU is a totally fresh new capex, what will be the margin profile for the defense and non-defense segment? I also want to understand what niche products in defense are we supplying, the competitive pressure from import cranes in this segment. And on the competitive part, again, how our product offering differ from ACE, Escorts or Ashok Leyland in terms of end user industry or clients and tonnage range? What are export growth objectives and targets for FY26? And so we are in the process of revising the pricing scheme for our end users. So can you share the EBITDA margin profile for the new orders that you are securing at the revised pricing? So you have mentioned the plans to provide fabrication for the Gainwell Group. So Gainwell Engineering is into underground mining equipments manufacturing, and it's heavily dependent on the raw material import. So I just want to understand, does TIL have the given capability to supply heavy fabrication? What kind of certification and approval will be required for TIL to provide the same, and what will be the timeline for the same? Lastly, I just want to understand our employee cost. So we are doing senior level hiring. We are focusing into service as one of a major part, and we are doing senior level hiring, but the employee expense is down by 21%. So what are the major reasons for that, and what should be the normalized other income and interest expense moving forward? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Jain. Thank you. Very pointed questions. We'll respond.
Good afternoon, Chairman and eminent Board of Director. Myself, Ashok Kumar Rai, and equity shareholder of the company. I am a very long equity shareholder of this company, but the quantity is very small. Why small? As it is not given the upside potential of the equity share price. Sir, what the management will do during the last 50 years, that balance sheet size is last year is 413 crores. This year very much improved to 522 crores, and very small profit. And this year it is a remarkable performance compared with the last year, but it is not reasonable enough. It is given the approximate 41 rupees 0.44 per rupee EPS. Sir, it is a very pathetic. Though it is more optimistic compared to the last year. Sir, can you imagine a 50-year-old company with a strong presence in the market, with a brand of good, very good brand value, but the balance sheet and profit and loss figure is not matching the company's positioning in the industry. So what is the lacuna? What should be done? What should not be done? Can you elaborate? This should be done and this must have to be done. And I can name you the company which a very new generation company, they give much more profitable. Say Action Construction Equipment, say the cost engineering part of the cost, and I don't compare with the L&T. It is the most respected and peer company, but my company is a very strong presence and very good brand value. So what is the lacuna to convert into the PLN account? So please think about it. Sir, if I am not rich by my holding, I will be rich by my holding from other company. That is separate issue. But I know that it is a it is a Bengal company in the West Bengal region. That is my birthplace. It's a pride to me that the company is growing from one step to another step. So there are lot of problem. Sir, how you solve this problem in the coming years? That will be the critical factor. Sir, one point I like to know, what is the export percentage in US right now, and in value terms and in percentage? And what is the impact of Trump tariff policy of 50%? If it is on our company's product or not. Sir, improvement is an ongoing process. It is not stoppable at a point of time. Sir, during the last 50 years, company has not make entry in the inorganic sector. It is growing on the organic sector. But when there is any threat to the organic sector, then the company must try to attain in the inorganic sector. It requires a lot of capital. The balance of the profitability have to be assessed before investing. Sir, nothing more than that. Please make this year AGM is a memorable way and giving the memento to each and every shareholder. Thanking you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. Thank you.
Good noon, ma'am. I am Sudipto Chakraborty, a shareholder of Tractors India. At first, I congratulate my company secretary, my board of directors, and my fellow shareholder to give me a chance to speak something in this platform. Sir, I believe my company is in strong hand and it will perform better in your leadership and for your dedication, devotion, and determination. Sir, my first question is, how can you control your liabilities and interest cost? And second question is, how would you implement green energy in your business? Sir, we are shareholder of your company, sir, but in AGM, we get very little thing, only one packet everybody. It's very sad as a shareholder, sir. Please try to give at least 1 or 2 packets for the attending member and give some memento for the Golden Jubilee year. We are always with you and support your all resolution. Thank you, sir, for patient sharing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Chaturvedi. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I thank sincerely, with sense of gratitude, all the shareholders who have spoken today and made some comments, observations, as well as raised questions. While some specific questions will be answered through email, I will try and cover in my statement as many of them as possible. I want to take up with Mr. Mittal, Mr. S.P. Mittal, who had spoken first, and he had sent something like 21 questions in all. Generally, the sum and substance of the questions relates to how have we achieved this 371% growth in the first year itself. Now, part of the reason why you see this number as very high percentage is because the previous year was extremely low. The company in last few years, as all of you know, has been in great difficulty. It was going down because of market conditions and other problems within the company. Financial strength in the company was very weak, and that is why the company was slowly and gradually sinking. In fact, most of you may be aware, but the company was also referred to the National Company Law Tribunal. It was referred to NCLT for a reference was made. Before NCLT could admit it, this company was TIL, your company was given an open offer by us, in the sense to the bankers, under June 2019 circular of Reserve Bank of India, for investing into the company and giving bankers a one-time settlement. I remember at the time when the company was being taken over, the negative net worth of the company was almost 300 crores. Almost 300 crores. Turnover was very low, extremely low turnover. And we understand that a company can get into problems. Nobody is to be blamed, but the company can get into problems. From that stage, the new management on 24th of January, it stepped into the executive position. We got a brand new board. All the board members were new. And the management team was reshuffled significantly, and a new company's journey started. It started barely 1.5 years before, and we are happy that we are presenting before you a picture of good growth in the first year, 371% growth in the first year. I can assure you, many of you have asked those questions, what are the possibilities of growth and how are we coping with them? I can assure you one thing, your company is one of the most potential growth candidates for where India is headed now. So as Indian economy grows, as manufacturing increases, TIL should gain significant traction in the market. Say something? না আপনি বাইরে চলে গেছেন, আপনি এসে এইবারে বলতে পারেন। আপনি কিছু স্পেসিফিক এডিশনাল করতে চান, করে দেন, প্লিজ করে দেন। কেন আপনি অনেকবারই বলেছেন, আপনি করে দেন কিছু যদি স্পেসিফিক। Actually, no problem, but then I'll cover his questions also. Just let's wait. Please, but when you are attending the meeting, my request would be, please don't venture out. It completely disturbs the schedule. My request would be, next time onwards, please stay in the meeting.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, present fellow shareholder. Ladies and gentlemen, Taraknath Chakraborty, equity shareholder is over 50 years. Sir, my
first thing point, I just come back to 2025, the March, first your EGM is started, the QIP, the date of 7th March is first notice through NSDL. Notice is convening the every shareholder. But, or madam, I know my personal target, but as per company, secretary is the pillar of the company. But my pointing is that, sir, first notice is served, there is no email addressing. Not only that, she is called to EGM, but there is no chance at a minority shareholder speech this EGM. The regarding of part, this EGM is called for QIP. On that time, company target is 100 crore working capital basis. Really, we are grateful, we are fully supporting to this meeting, but sorry to say, I asked a question, why no we are joining the meeting? Madam is reply, your all our question queries is AGM. My point is that you call to EGM, but there is point of view, minority shareholder approval, voting, etc. etc. So we are participate the voting, but why we are not joining the meeting? This meeting I follow up. Chairman is asked to question our company secretary, that not a single required the secretary, she is overtracked. No member are participate. This notice already I print out, Chairman sir, I serve to this copy. Please read this this notice, and after that you take decision, and there will be printed our company secretary's signaturing. Parallel, AGM venue. Sir, first thing, website our message, we are follow up. 4th September, the AGM venue date is none of shareholder is present, is no. But after that, any cause of reason, this AGM is changed, and the selected of date 11th September. I website follow up. TIL has informed about the AGM dated 4th September 25, while later dated 14 July 2025 to stock exchange. This must have been fixed at the annual accounting approval the board of 26 May 25. Thereafter, on 7th August, this AGM date was recalled the 11th September 2025. Where is the board resolution for change of the date AGM? No outcome of board meeting has been filed with the stock exchange. Not only this, the revised AGM not has been also been approved by the board. The notice dated is AGM has been keep is safe May, and revised dated has been put of the notice. Can this done so arbitrarily? Please response to the management. And what is reason? The violation of the company law always. Not only that, I 14th August, one mail sent this our company secretary. I request, sir, every day 4, 5, 6 meeting, just I one meeting in RPSG venture. I am sorry to say, sir, you called to me but not present. But, sir, only one very small matter we are handling. But your 300-page annual report, there will be website is full details. After that speech, this AGM, it is not possible. I am a family member. We are a small business, keep handling. After that, this is my passion. over 50 years we are this lining, and it is one of the hobby. The speech is every meeting is served. But sir, I website one thing point, sir, Rishabh Nair is the appointment of our company brand head. People is not known, but I observed the website. I understand Mr. Rishabh Nair is related to CMD, Chairman Family Members. But my point is that, sir, basically I know personal targeting. This is as per company law is follow up. This is the public limited concern. So there will be two very point out is this meeting I discussion. Basically, our secretary is the pillar of the company, but always is violation of the law. There will be mandatory as per section 188 and 2015 as SEBI is a remuneration para schedule 4. There will be clear mention. Below 20 lakhs per annum is remuneration. Board meeting approval is okay. But I know Mr. Nair remuneration over 50 lakhs. There will be compulsory minority shareholder approval is must. But there is no arranges our company secretary. This is the violation of law. And not only that, sir, 9th September, I several times called to our company secretary and landline I tried to base. There is information and this print out this time, but phone is block, and this number is landline 0336 6633 2000. This line is out of service. What basis I call? As per SEBI guideline 135 of the Company Act, there will be mentioned SEBI compliance officer is a secretary, but all resolution and all these things. But AGM notice there will be send a email address. What basis I contact to this person? This is the secretary's 364 days calendar you are servicing. Always the violation of law and not compromising of the minority shareholder. What reason that? And I thought, Mr. Chairman, this copy, please take read, and all are known this matter. I know till over 50 years company, our past company chairman MD Mr. Majumder is deceased this 31st August. We are proud to fill the position. Now over 48 years I touched to the very close our previous chairman. But sorry to say, a newcomer I well appreciate. I congratulate, and you have last 2 years arranged a physical meeting, you have commitment and you can fulfill this hard of present their physical meeting. I grand salute to our company chairman. But we are minority shareholder, always try to make a good turnover, good profitability, good dividend. But last 5 years, our TIL position not so far good regarding to any cause of management default. But this not liability of our newcomer, but this is the listed company, but lot of dispute are keep handling the new management. But I know your sincere management team, director finance, CFO and other person are really very efficient, ability and good manner person. Today I collect the annual report is AGM attending, but I follow up your annual report. First thing, I am sure You are 100% benchmark point your annual report you provide this year FY 24-25. Main thing, pattern of the company, 10 years financial highlights you have showing the annual report, the past and present company position. Last 8 years you have released, but 2 years I put the financial highlights. Last year company turned around in 66 crore, 68 crore. But some losses 71 crore about here. But this year company turned around 343 crore. Is a 100% benchmark point, and I grand salute to our company, tried to best performance this year. But profit margin is come down, is very low, is a 40 crore around above. But regarding this matter, one thing, our government policy not so far good. Pan India is 100% unsuccess. Digital India is 100% unsuccess. Third thing, Make in India is a 100% default. Regarding to matter, I am involved this business. 2022, the March-April Indian iron ingot price 80,000 per ton to come down. Today till now 35 is something per ton. So what reduce the money of ingot price? How can manage? I know, understand. I thanks our company financial department, but you showing the profit. I really personally felicitation our management team. But I am very sorry to say, sir, this is multinational company. All our board, minority shareholder keep try to good turnover, good profitability, good paying dividend. But really, only for our new company chairman is 2-year newborn baby. But we are keep take 3-4 years, I am sure our companies pay the dividend. But I am sorry to say, sir, this type of minority shareholder are related is a big difference. We can't feel. And I am very sorry, sir. My no personally target as per company 364-day working schedule. I mentioned this point. It is my observation and I speak this today. Keep take decision board. I know briefly discussion, conclude my speech. I am very sorry, sir. Already your speech is running, but I disturb to you. Thank you, sir. All this person. Thank you, our management board.
Thank you, Mr. Chaturvedi. You raised some points. Thank you for your comments. I was talking about Mr. S.P. Mittal's questions, where he had talked about how this growth has suddenly happened. How sustainable is the growth trajectory? I want to tell Mr. Mittal and to all other shareholders, TIL's growth trajectory, our movement on the growth trajectory in the new phase has just started. We are an infant in this entire market space. Whether you talk about the cranes market or you talk about reach stackers market, reach stacker we may have a good market share, but in cranes we have become absolutely small. And this is a situation which is not acceptable to all of you, to all of us also. We want to find our rightful place in that. So to your specific question as to how sustainable is this growth trajectory, I can tell you it is fully sustainable. And you will see year-on-year growth in times ahead. I must mention to you that as we are reviving a very, very difficult kind of a structurally, deranged kind of a company balance sheet where balance sheet was very problematic. The revival takes a lot of time. Mr. Gulati, I want to thank him because he said that it's easier to start a new company and grow it's that much more difficult to revive an existing company which has gone into bad times. And I said, this company had been unfortunately referred to NCLT at one point of time. And it is only the one-time settlement proposal which came from the new management side, from the new investor side, that this company, we are able to see this date today. So we will continue to grow in that sense. How are defense, sport equipment, construction equipment evolving? Now, we have provided whatever specific information we can give you in mail, but I can tell you entire material handling segment for civilian market, material handling segment for defense market, and major port equipment. All these three are very, very important for us. In addition to various other sectors in which we are working, we are working on some plans to get into larger port equipment. I will not be able to divulge more specific information because we are still at the stage of decision making as to where we should go. But port equipment, because India is developing in terms of major ports, we will get into that. EBITDA margin has turned positive in the for the first time in 6 years. What are we target of contributions to this turnaround? Of course, all sectors have given good EBITDA margin in this particular year, 24-25. Please also understand that there were a lot of previously acquired defense orders and civilian crane orders which were pending for execution. So in the first year, we were able to execute them very well, and therefore margins came from defense, margins came from civil applications cranes also. But what we must remember, and I had told this in the last annual general meeting as well, that if we execute old orders at old prices at the current raw material price, obviously your margins will be very squeezed. And that is what you have seen, that our EBITDA margin, although the company as a whole EBITDA margin has been okay to begin with, but our capacity to earn EBITDA much better exists. And as we take the orders now at the current price and execute them well in time, couple of you have asked me this question, कि आप कितना time से deliver कर पाते हैं? Now we are not letting any order to get delayed at all. For last 18 months, we are very, very focused on delivering every single order in time. Mr. Mithal also asked about the new product introductions. What are the new certifications, etc., which are what aerial work platforms and few other things. See, many of the things that in general, I would say your company in last 81 years of history since 1944. I'm also very proud of Indian industries. I'm proud of L&T. I'm proud of other companies, what they have achieved. Many of you may not know that TIL was born 2 years before L&T was born. And both the companies were born as Caterpillar dealers. TIL in 1944 and L&T then came subsequently. Both have followed different trajectory. It is not possible for covering the entire 81 years of history. I can tell you in what we have achieved in last 1 year's time, the kind of market size for different products which exist. We are getting into those newer products and newer market segments where we will become sizably large. How large? Only the time will tell. It is very difficult at this stage to say as to how large we will become. Many of you have asked about capacity utilization. Capacity utilization, obviously, when you manufacture that large number of machines, capacity utilization improves. It is still less than 50%. How much can we earn when we make entire, let's say 80-90% capacity utilization, which we want to do? I think a safe target would be that we should hit about 900 to 1000 crore of turnover for capacity utilization to be 80%, 90%. When we will do it, we are trying to do it as early as possible. It will be few years time from now, but I can assure you that we are on the job in this. Future product launches. We are launching some products in this December. These products will be launched in Mumbai, in the Bangalore ExCon. and I think the product preparations are at final stages now. I don't want to divulge too much of the product details at this stage. I would request you to wait till December, and in December, couple of products will be introduced in Bangalore XCon, which will be products for large-scale growth of the company. How large is the defense order book? As I said, the total order book that we have, I don't immediately have the defense split, but total order book as of now, as we talk, is more than 100 crore, with about 200 crore of orders under different stages of negotiations or bidding. And we are not leaving any order untapped. TIL will go all the distance to grab every single order which exists in the market. We will not. Unfortunately, last 3-4 years, when we were weak, last 4-5 years, many of our competitors, including competitors from across the border, they have come and started serving some areas where TIL existed. I can assure you, every inch of the space that we have given to our competition, we will take it back. Not only in terms of the products, but also in terms of the aftermarket. I think one of you has mentioned about 4-5 crore of aftermarket in the previous year, growing up to 47 crore out. Even 47 crore of aftermarket is very small for TIL. We have hundreds of products, literally couple of thousands of products which are active. There are cranes of TIL which were manufactured and supplied in 1984-85. They are still working. But how is it that we have not supplied components or parts to them or service to them? They don't they require all this? So one thing good is that TIL products are still surviving after 40-45 years of time. And they're surviving with whatever little local aftermarket must have been available. We will get back the entire aftermarket space that belongs to us. We will use technology, we will use our workshops, we will bring in new rebuilds. We will provide machines and systems on rentals to our customers, because many of our customers cannot afford to buy using CapEx. All these strategies are part of TIL 2.0 strategy 2-year plan that I had mentioned to you earlier. So rest assured, the entire team is working very, very hard on it. Are there any ongoing or upcoming large tenders? Yes, there are many. There are tenders which are from 10-12 crores of rupees to 500-600 crores of rupees. This entire range of tenders we are participating from our side. How much we will win or not, only time will say. I can only assure you that we are trying our best to win every single possible order for TIL, which will become profitable order. We don't want to be doing any business which is loss-making in future, not at all. We'll make sure that every business that we take is profitable and provides you return that you have been looking for. Some specific questions from Mr. Mittal about NAT crane. So one question that he has asked about defense cranes being used for civilian application and some of the civil. Yes, it's a fact that originally many of these cranes were TIL's own civilian cranes. When defense system in 1960s, 1970s and 80s, TIL has been in defense sector for several decades. I mean, the companies which have become large in defense are companies which are born in 10, 20, 15 years time. But TIL has the strength and has designed engineered products which could bring the company to very significant height in defense space. We are working very hard. That is why we have created this defense SBU. So Ms. Jen, to your question, whether we are making a separate CapEx or anything like that for that, no, we have all the plans ready. Why we created a separate SBU for defense, specific business unit for defense? Because we thought that with our kind of capabilities and capacity, defense we need to be much larger in defense. We need to be ahead of many of the competitors, smaller competitors who are trying to become large in defense. So that is why we are strengthening the team. We are bringing in new people. Some of those people have served in Indian Navy or Indian Army for a long time. Some of them are sitting in other group companies because we were doing defense in other business. Our intention is that defense sector should get consolidated in TI. Multiple companies should not be doing defense businesses unless the subjects are very, very different. So we will do that. We'll make sure that defense business through this SBU becomes large. After the recent rights issue and capital increase, what is the company's capital allocation priority? Growth investment, R&D, debt reduction, or M&A? Mr. Mittal, without M&A. M&A is right now not part of this equity raise. One of you has also asked the question, and very right question. We have always been in greenfield growth. What about brownfield growth? I can assure you we are not close to any idea. If there is a good brownfield opportunity, we will mobilize capital. We'll make sure that we consolidate TIL into a larger entity. We'll make sure that that happens, that growth happens. So both greenfield and brownfield options are open to us. Opportunities keep coming every now and then to TIL now in its new avatar, and we evaluate them. Only whatever will make sense to us, we will continue. We'll grow that. So capital allocation for different things, except for merger and acquisition. If you have seen the plan, we are going for a qualified institutional placement, QIP, which all of you had supported. We are likely to raise 100 to 120 crore, hopefully in next 2 to 3 months' time. We have seen very strong investor interest. Institutional investors are showing a lot of interest in investing into your company because your company has shown in the first year itself a performance which has given them that sense of confidence. So we are likely to raise this money. The money is to be used for, of course, the reduction of debt. Many of you have asked questions about interest cost, heavy debt. Yes, you will be happy to know that TIL at the time when the new investment happened on 24th of January by the new investors was sitting on a debt which was about 270 or 280 crore. I don't remember the exact number, but quite close to 300 crore. After the banks accepted the settlement, the entire debt was paid. Every single penny, whatever the one OTS amount was due and negotiated. After that, for growth of the company, much of the equity which was invested went into one-time settlement. We are now bringing in more equity, fresh equity. We are thankfully, in addition to 120 crore which was invested in the first beginning itself, you have approved, and our promoters are bringing in 60 crores more from their side. That shows their confidence into the company. In addition to that 60 crore, 15 crore out of that has come. 45 more will come as per warrants guidelines. 100 to 120 crore is going to be mobilized by way of equity by way of the QIP process. What is the total intention? The total intention behind this multiple equity raise is that we should deleverage the company, we should bring down our debt, and we should have enough growth capital in the hands of the management team so that we can grow to the right size. I also feel very bad sometimes that as a company which has existed on the surface of this earth for 81 years, we are so small, only 343 crore. Thank you for many of you who have pointed out this question as to why we are so small, why we are so less profitable. Yes, we are. I mean, that's the reality. Unfortunately, I cannot comment on what transpired before we took over as the new management in 2024. But we believe that TIL's growth possibilities now are just limitless. And not only top line growth, but also the bottom line growth will be our focus area. We are not here for only increasing top line. What I want to request all the shareholders though, those who are present, those who are virtually present, or those who will be meeting you otherwise, in this phase of recovery of TIL, it's a very arduous task. I cannot even tell you how many hours every day this team is working. You will find lights on in TIL headquarters even at 11 in the night. And from 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, there are some people working. That's fine. It's not something worth talking, but I'm just saying this is the level of commitment which the new management team has shown to make sure that we don't lose even 1 hour in, taking our company forward. You will find in year after year, while quarter on quarter in the recovery phase, my request to you would be, please don't judge us by the quarter by quarter. Annually, please, you must judge us. And I assure you, every single year, in next few years' time, you will not see, till I can foresee the situation, you will not see degrowth. You will only see growth. How much of growth will be there? It is difficult to say, depending on what products we bring in, defense, non-defense, port equipment, what else can be done? What can be done to support the group companies of Gainwell, where they are dependent on very heavy fabrication. Many of you have asked this question about heavy fabrication. Is TIL in a position to support? Yes, TIL in a position to support. Gainwell Engineering's underground mining equipment require a lot of heavy fabrication. They buy it from all over the world. They buy it from Poland, they buy it from US, they buy it from India. Why should they be doing it? Now we have our own organization here. And I can assure you this discussion between TIL and GEPL and DIL and other group companies had already started. There are drawings being exchanged. There are quotes being given. We should get some good traction maybe in next 1 quarter. I can tell you that. So we will not leave it undone. Okay, fair enough. I must move to Mr. Manas Banerjee. And whichever questions I am not specifically answering for Mr. Mittal and for other shareholders, rest assured, we'll try and send you a response. Feel free. I apologize if there has been any kind of a difficulty amongst our shareholders for accessing our company secretary office. It is at times when the recovery of the company is happening. I cannot tell you how hard Chandrani is working on a daily basis. If there is any shortcoming in Chandrani's office meeting your expectations, I apologize. And we'll make sure that you, the true owners of TIL, are duly met with all your requirements. So you rest assured, give us some more time. We will fix things in our setup completely. Mr. Manas Banerjee asked about what measures are being taken to reduce the reliance on non-operating income and strengthen the core operations of the company. You're right. First year, we had some non-operative income. Now, I want you to understand as to why this non-operating income has come. We are a listed entity and we have to conform to, we are an Ind AS guided company. So in terms of accounting standard, we are guided by Ind AS. Ind AS accounting requires us to create provisions for, let's say, debtors or inventories which are of a certain age and which have not been collected or which is not making sense. All of you are aware. You are sitting on so many companies' shareholding patterns, so I'm sure you are aware. As soon as we make that provision, that does not mean that the debt will not come. I give you a simple example. Today, there is a lot of debt, 2.5-year-old debt, maybe more, of government companies. I don't want to take the name. They have not paid. Why have they not paid? It is not as if they don't intend to pay. It is that TIL was not in a position to give them whatever small bridging gaps were there, they were not able to fulfill. For instance, one company related with Indian Army did not pay us because we could not supply, TIL could not provide them the operating manual of that machine. Now it was a document to be provided. All that is being done. But that does not mean that that old debt is bad. And we may have provided for it. Now, coming to the question as to why this non-operating income, as soon as we collect that amount, and we have started collecting amounts for 3 years before, 4 years before, and things like that. And we are chasing every single penny of the company so that the customers pay. When we collect this amount, the provision which was created because of the Ind AS requirement gets released. And therefore, in the first year, since we collected a lot of money, you would have seen a lot of provision reversal, which created a miscellaneous income, other income. But it's a provision which was taken out of your profitability only, it was a P&L hit at one point of time, which has been released. Our effort is that the operating income of the company should continue rising significantly. And you have my assurance that we are working very hard to make sure we don't want to see a lot of profitability coming out of income which is not out of operating out of our main operations. So you will have major focus on operations income. What are the key strategies to mitigate the impact of rising interest and cost and costs on profitability? So I mentioned that we are infusing systematically more and more equity into the company, and we will come back to you at some point of time if we want participative equity, rights or something like that. But we are determined that the company has to come to a pedestal of very high performance in very short period of time. Everything cannot be foreseen what we are going to do, let's say 1 year down the line. One of your question of the shareholder has been, are we planning any capacity expansion? The answer today could be, sir, no. Our capacity expansion is less than 50%. Capacity utilization is less than 50%. There's no capex. But there are so many things happening around new product introduction. There are, many of you have asked about, are there possibilities of joint ventures? All of these are under discussion at some stage. I would not talk about any specific joint venture. There are many companies from the US or from Europe which have come forward to meet with TIL or Gainwell Group in general and proposed that we want to set up something jointly. We want to work with you. We want to bring our products into India. At least one of you, I think, is it Mr. Chaturvedi? I think one of you has asked about the impact of tariff. There is no impact of tariff as of now because we don't export anything to the US. And with what I am following in the media, you are also following in the media. I think US and India are, as our Prime Minister has rightly said, we are natural allies. We are natural friends. Sometimes good friends end up fighting. And I think those differences of opinion, our government is doing everything possible, and I'm sure so is the US government doing. There'll be no tariff impact on us as of now because we are not exporting any. But we do intend to export things to various countries. Have we done anything significant now? Some exports have happened, but those exports are principally related to defense. And those exports have happened not directly by TIL, but one of the government agency bought things from us, or many of the government agencies, they bought things from us and then exported. We know they have been exported, but we are barred from sharing publicly which country or what specific products have gone. But rest assured, for us, they may be domestic sale, but we know that they have gone to different countries and aftermarket support, etc. will be the need for that. So these were two, virtual shareholders. Mr. Girish Gulati, thank you very much for your kind comments. You did not have any specific question, but I really appreciate your comment that rebuilding a company is more difficult than building a company new, afresh. We are doing this rebuilding, and I can tell you every single year we will surprise you with better performance, which will be meeting your expectation. Mr. Shantanu Basu talked about debtor days reduced, but it is still very high. You are right, sir, it is very high. And we have to make sure that the debtor days are in the vicinity of 40-50. In other group companies of Gainwell Group, we monitor it very, very carefully, very carefully. There are defaulting customers where I go and personally meet in the group. And I want to make sure that if there are customers who are defaulting on payment, we have to first understand as to what the reason is. I'm sure there must be genuine reasons and get this collection done. So we are targeting over next 2 to 3 years time of 50 days debtor days. Inventory, it all depends on what kind of new products are coming. Inventory days have also come down. We have significant old inventory has been used up in the products. We will maintain the inventory at the right level for the company of our size, because we also have to be prepared to deliver fast. One of the complaint in the past of TIL customer was, आपको order देते हैं, आप तो 2-2 साल लगाते हो. Now, unless you have inventory, we will not be able to deliver. But we'll make sure that our entire working capital management, our creditors, debtors, inventory, everything is very tightly monitored and handled. I can assure you. CapEx up to 2028. As I said, capacity utilization is so low that we are not planning major CapEx. Yes, in the QIP, the money which is getting raised, equity getting raised out of QIP, we will have some 20 odd crore, 25 crore. We are making specific provision for that, for CapEx. Why? And you can always question me as to why I said 1 year ago that no CapEx is being planned at the moment. And why have we suddenly planned CapEx? The question is, when we loaded the machines with massive number of manufacturing burden, some of the machines of TIL have shown signs of aging. And there are some components which need to be refurbished, changed or modified. Therefore, this CapEx requirement, which we did not see last 1 year ago, is now being seen. We have to make sure, in the meantime, this is not the only requirement. The other thing is that we are bringing in new products. Now, new products may require some new kind of machinery. 1 year ago, new products were not identified, but today they are identified. So we will do CapEx planning as well on that. Export sale were minuscule of 11 lakhs. Yes, we have not been able to directly export anything in the first year, but both are OEM partners, major OEM partners, Hyster as well as Manitowoc Grove. They both want exports to happen from India. So we will do that. We will serve their overseas markets. This could include, Southeast Asian market. Some of you have spoken about New Zealand, Australia. Yes, I was in Australia 2 days ago and I saw very good requirement of TIL types of cranes there for their mining application. And I have we have our presence there. We have a large company of Gainwell Group operating in Australia. We'll make sure that we use the network of Gainwell to reach every corner of the world with TIL products, whether it is Africa, whether it is Southeast Asia, whether it is Australia or other countries. I think Chandrani has responded to related party transaction, why it was done, notified to auditors subsequently. The reason was very simple, that the entity was not related, but subsequently it became part of Gainwell Group, and therefore there was no occasion for us to make. Many of you have asked questions about procedures not being followed, regulations, SEBI penalty of 1 crore. How do we see future? What are we doing to control our violations? I can tell you, I can assure you one thing, sitting on this chair today, that on and from 24th of January 2024, we have not allowed a single violation, regulatory violation in your company. And we shall not allow, come what may. All regulatory requirements, whether they relate to SEBI, they relate to stock exchanges, they relate to our taxation authorities, direct tax, indirect tax, provident fund, employees' dues, any kind of regulatory requirement that is incumbent upon TIL, your company has been fully compliant. Now, we still have cases which relate to previous period. Now, there are 10, 15 years old cases some of you have pointed out. We have to deal with them because the company is continuing. People may come and go from the company. TIL has to face those cases. I can tell you we are in a good position. We are fighting each of those issues in different platforms. And we will make sure that TIL's legitimate viewpoint is put there. And if there is any adverse implications for us, we will keep the shareholders posted. As of now, I don't foresee any adverse implications from any of these cases. We'll fight them out. Mr. Alok Paul spoke about branch audit. No, sir, we don't do branch audit. Our statutory auditors are the auditors. When branches become sizable, we will appoint branch auditors at this time. Who is the lead independent director? So, for us, the audit committee chairperson, Madam Saroj Purani, she's the lead independent director. From that perspective, it is good that we have her guidance. She is the former Deputy Comptroller and Auditor General of India. great experience, and therefore the board accepted her as the lead independent director. Have you done any customer satisfaction survey? Sir, last 1 year we have entirely devoted into reaching out to the customers and understanding as to what their expectations were. Our marketing team has reached out to every single possible medium or large customer and figured out these meetings. I assure you, these meetings, if you hear about the details, they have not been pleasant meetings. Our customers are upset. Our customers are angry because they have not got the service for last 5, 7, 10 years time, the kind of service that our competition is now promising and wanting to give. At this stage, doing a customer survey would not be prudent, is what the management team believes. Let us start turning the tide in this year. Let us start delivering to the customer what they are wanting. And I'm happy to report to you that many of the customers are coming back to us and saying, oh my God, the company seems to have completely changed. You are giving the kind of service which we have never thought of. We will continue on this journey. Hopefully, early next year, we will conduct a customer satisfaction survey. Similarly, employee survey, many of you have spoken about. We have not conducted employee satisfaction survey, but I can tell you many of the organizations within Gainwell Group are on the journey of Great Place to Work certification. In fact, Gainwell Commercials, the main company which used to be TIL subsidiary, is for 7 years continuously a Great Place to Work certified. There they have something like 3,000 employees, and employees are happy and contented. We want to bring in the same culture to TIL. Similarly, shareholders satisfaction survey. Dear members, your satisfaction survey reflects in your comments here or in your mails which you send to us. But we will definitely at some point of time, with your guidance, we'll go for shareholders survey as well. I want you to reassure you, because many of you have raised this question about SEBI penalty. This relates to the violations of the past where the company was penalized 1 crore of rupees. We deposited 50% and filed a case because we think the company has a very good case of fighting. There were other stakeholders who were also fined, but the company's case is undergoing hearing at the appellate forum of SEBI. It is not with SEBI. SEBI has done its judgment, but we have gone to the appellate forum. We believe it's a case worth fighting and we will fight. Order book position, I mentioned. Competition from imports. Why not local competition? Sir, both kind of competitions are there. There are competition within India. There are competitions from outside. There are people from outside who are also bringing things to India. Unfortunately, as I was saying, unfortunately, last 4 or 5 years when TIL was not very active in the market, our competition has started occupying space or has occupied space which rightly belongs to your company, TIL. And as I said earlier, we know what we have to do to bring TIL into the central focus and make sure that vis-a-vis competition, we sit at the right place. Mr. Paul has also, I think this is Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul has also asked about last revaluation of assets. No, sir, I don't have any information as to when was the last revaluation of assets was done. Perhaps never. The assets, I can tell you, the assets which are currently reflected in the balance sheet at somewhere around 90 crore are worth significantly more. How much more? That only valuation will tell you. And we are wanting to figure out that there should be some way of reflecting the balance sheet in terms of the current value of the assets. There are legal questions around that. We will make sure that we comply with legal expectations and then we do the assets reflection in the balance sheet at the right price. One of you, Mr. Pal, has also asked about why a matter relating to the administrative headquarters, Taratala Road, is pending since 2015 with KOPT. It's a fact that the matter was pending. Kolkata Port Trust did not renew TIL's lease of 1 Taratala Road till as long as 2025, beginning of 2025. I'm happy to tell you all the period since 2015 has been regularized. All dues of Kolkata Port Trust have been paid, and we now have lease for another 30 years time in one Taratala road. The company was in difficulty and KOPT had significantly raised the amount, but we have regularized everything. So all the past period as well as next 30 years are safe with us. The question relating to other expenses, why they are high. The first year, there were many things which are not part of the usual operations of the business. New consultancy, advisory, this, that, whole lot of things happened. We want to make sure that our major expenses are in sync with our turnover and our profitability. We don't want to hire people. We don't want to incur any expenses unless we see the expenses being completely met and profitable growth growing. So I assure you that anything which may look odd in the first year itself is looking odd because we are just reviving the company from complete, bad situation of profitability and balance sheet. Why marketing expenses have gone up? Marketing expenses have gone up because TIL was not participating in any of the marketing events for last 5-6 years time. Neither any XCon nor any BOMA, nothing, nowhere. We had not even invested on our stock on our website. So our website looked very old and this. Now we have started thinking, we have not even reached out in social media. I'm happy to share with you that in last 1 year's time, only on our social media, some of the social media platform, where we were only about 800 or 900 followers, today we are sitting on somewhere around 20,000 plus. 20,000 plus followers of TIL. They could be customers, they could be employees, they could be other people. So marketing team has done a commendable job in terms of taking the company's visibility forward. You would have seen that. It's a needed expense at the time when you are wanting to revive and grow. Mr. Amarendra Rai spoke about, do we have any collaboration with Israel? No, sir, we don't have any collaboration with Israel and there is nothing proposed at the moment. But I can tell you on the yes. Sorry, Anindu said, okay, so I'm sorry, Mr. So, do we have any collaboration with Israel? No, sir, we don't have any collaboration with Israel. But on the defense side, there are many other possibilities of ventures, joint ventures, which are currently under consideration. We'll have to see as to which one suits TIL the best and we'll go. But the defense, to your assurance, the kind of products that on defense that TIL has, most companies don't have. That is why India's missile program almost entirely dependent on TIL. Whether it is surface-to-surface missile, surface-to-air missile, air-to-air missile, Akash, Prithvi, Pinaka, Nag, BrahMos, many of these missiles are being handled by our cranes. We are wanting to expand this entire project because obviously India is now working on a number of other defense platforms where they are seeking TIL's active participation in R&D work. Our head of defense and chief technology officer Pinaki, who's sitting in the front row, he's working with various defense establishments on one-to-one basis where we are providing inputs from our side on some strategic defense projects. But we won't be able to share more than this. You will get to hear them as soon as they mature, things mature in different places. Are we working with DRDO? Yes, sir, we are working with DRDO. We are working with DRDO on multiple projects. Do we have any interest in Indian aerospace industry? As of now, we don't have any interest in Indian aerospace industry because that is a slightly far away area for us. Indian Air Force, if you meant Indian Air Force, yes, we are working with that. But aerospace is completely slightly far away area from us at the moment. Tomorrow we will not be interested, I can't say, maybe. But today, I think we are focusing on core, what we have to do. Mr. Tapas Datto spoke about for shareholders, complaints, company secretary is not giving enough time. Chandrani, I think it's a message to me and to you and to everybody. We have to gear up and to make sure that shareholders are members. They are the owners of the company. They never ever have any complaint from their employees. We'll make sure that we course correct. Some of you have asked about Mr. Ayan Banerjee's reappointment proposal and his background. Mr. Ayan Banerjee was not associated with any listed company. He has not resigned from any other company, listed company, in last 10 years. Forget about it. I joined Tractors India Private Limited, which is now called Gainwell, on 1st of January 2014, and Ayan at that time had joined as General Manager Finance. Ayan was the group CFO before he joined here as Director of Finance. He was not involved in any other listed company, and he's a great resource. He's bringing in great amount of financial discipline in the company. So that is why we have proposed that he be reappointed on the board. The company needs support from professionals like him at this stage. Global collaborations, how many countries are we approaching? Sir, offers are there. I want to assure members that offers are there from different countries. There are offers from Europe, there are offers from the US, various. There are offers from within India. We are evaluating each one, where we should go. We are not wanting to go too far away from our core business. At the same time, we don't want to be restricted with very few products as we have been so far. How much do we spend on R&D? First year, we did not spend too much on R&D. This year onwards, we want to spend. Some of the money that we are going to spend on R&D could also be reimbursed by the defense establishment. But we have to, because some of these unique projects, we'll have to put in money for R&D purposes. So we will, and capital R&D as well. We will do that, but we'll keep you posted as and when this R&D expense becomes sizable. As of now, whatever we have, we are able to manage within our own resources. But this year onwards, we are spending on R&D and new products in G. Expense on solar plant, no expense in the first year was on solar plant. The only expense that we have done on the solar plant, this plant was shut down at Kharagpur for a long time because of whatever. I mean, there were many possibilities, many of the problems. We have revived the plant. The plant is now generating energy, and that energy is being used by us or is being put in the grid. One of these two options, depending on time of the day, etc. So very small expense has happened, nothing much in terms of capex. Employee attrition, sir, our employee attrition is very, very low. It is around 4.3%. That also, if you take workers also along, the overall attrition, as Alok is correcting me, is about 1.2%. It's very, very low. Nobody wants to leave TIL now. It's difficult at this stage to attract new talent, a very good size of talent all the time. But now as the company is progressing well, is growing, we are getting several employees wanting to come from very established OEMs. They are wanting to come and join TIL. Many of the TIL employees are wanting to come back, and we are evaluating each case one by one. Please generate free cash flow. Yes, sir. Our life is all about free cash flows. We have to generate free cash flow. That is exactly the motto that the team has taken. Capital work in progress remains stagnant. What could be the capital work in progress there?
This is a pin booth which is in Kharagpur, which was not put to use quite some time, but we are very sure with the recent improvement on our overall operations, this will be put to use in next 1 to 2 years. So that's what it is showing stagnant, but it will come to put to use soon.
Two ratios need to be included, ICR and assets turnover ratio. These are good. It's a good suggestion. We'll definitely keep that. Mr. Sunil Modak made some very gracious comments, and many of you have made some very good, kind comments about us and our team. Thank you very much. Factory visit? Yes, sir. I think so many of you have asked about factory visit, and I sincerely apologize that we could not organize a factory visit last year. We should have done that. We are proposing to have a very good factory visit in the month of February. At the time when we do factory visit, the other requirement of yours that this is the 50th AGM, is there some kind of a memento which can be given to the shareholders, those who are physically attending? Yes, sir. We will accept that also. We will do that. Both your requirements are very genuine. If you cannot visit your own company, what are we doing sitting here? I'm sorry, it has taken us some time. In fact, you should every second year you should go and visit your plant. And why do you need chairman's permission for that? It's your company. You can go and visit. Just tell us, give us an advance notice that I want to go and see the plant. And we'll make sure that everything gets lined up for you. Mr. Atanu Saha spoke about defense sector, our entry, our work there. Are we sending finished goods in time? Yes, sir. We are now sending finished goods in time. We don't want to accept any LDs because of delayed supplies. Are we cost conscious? Extremely cost conscious. I can tell you, we have been conscious to the extent that how much of stationery is used, paper is used, ink is used, printer, why should the printer, how the lights can be put off as soon as you don't need them, how the water can be conserved. So, I mean, in every sense, we are being cost conscious and everybody is working hard, including our workers who are very, very conscientious. They realize that the company is passing through this is a good phase, but we have just crossed a very, very bad period in the company's existence. And therefore, every drop, every penny counts, every drop of effort is important for the company's survival. We'll make sure that that happens. Are employees involved, Mr. Saha has asked, in the new pension scheme? Sir, the new pension scheme is an optional scheme which any employee can become part of. And NPS is a very good scheme. I'm myself contributing to NPS and we have circulated to all the employees. It's not mandatory, but those of employees who are not under any kind of pension scheme are open to join NPS. So we keep encouraging our employees to be, and I'm sure many of them are contributing too, but we don't keep track of who has joined, who has not from our side. Mr. Subhash Kaur talked about special mementos and factory visit. Yes, sir. Both the things will be done. What concrete efforts are being made to improve profitability? Our everyday wake-up call is how do we improve profitability of TIL? Every single morning we wake up and begin our day thinking how do we improve our profitability? We have to increase product range. We have to bring in new products. We have to grow our market share. And we have to become cost conscious. With that, the profitability will improve in the company. And we are working very hard on that. High debt equity ratio. Yes, idea is to optimize the high debt equity ratio. That is why we are infusing capital. Foreign exchange, is it hedged? Yes. So all foreign exchange as per RBI dispensation, everything has to be done in terms of a hedged dispensation. We have some foreign exchange payments. There have been foreign exchange outstanding dues for last several years because we had not paid to our OEM partners in time. After we came, all those dues, 100% of those dues have been cleared to Manitowoc and Heister. They are completely up to date. No investors, company secretary did not give any hard copy. Now, I wanted to clarify. My understanding of the law is, and I'm open to correction, my understanding of the law is that SEBI's regulations want company to immediately circulate as soon as it is ready the annual report in soft form. The soft copy of the report, annual report was sent and many of you have appreciated the efforts. We have printed limited copies because we are cost conserving. We have printed limited copies of annual report. My suggestion would be that next year onwards, let's try and print more copies and try and send to as many shareholders as possible. At least those who are physically attending, if they have given their attendance that they are wanting to come, physical copy. And please feel free whenever you want to do this, you want to ask for a hard copy. About 120 hard copies are lying here. We have brought them and you can pick up one. Many of you have asked about refreshments should be multiple boxes and all those are very small issues. Sir, you can pick up anything from your company. I mean, the lunch boxes are, or the refreshment boxes are very small things. No, sure, in physical meeting, yes. Well, today, of course, the boxes are there. They're waiting for you once you go out from here. And those, if there is any, see, these are smaller issues, and we'll make sure your points are taken because many of you loudly spoke about that. Correct. So we'll make sure that this happens in a regular manner. Mr. Bakshi spoke about advance copy of annual report. Yes, we have sent, but we can also send hard copy as and when somebody makes a request. Are you trying for JVs? As I said, I have responded to this. Yes, there are many such proposals, but I mean, we keep in our growth effort, everything is possible. Imported cranes are challenges. Yes, they are challenges, especially imported cranes from eastern part of the world. They are challenges, and we'll make sure that we are, we compete with them on our strengths. We give our customers a service level which nobody else can compete with. Factory visit, yes, done. Mr. Amrendranath Rai talked about how has Gainwell Association strengthened. So I think I have responded. There are many things which the group companies are now wanting to support TIL with. And TIL, for instance, one of the things is TIL does not have an IT digital team. One of the company of the group is supporting TIL in bringing in SAP. We were on very weak ERP platform, which was not properly maintained, but we are introducing SAP hopefully this calendar year itself. So group companies are supporting. Orders might be coming from various group companies. Whatever else can be provided by the group companies for TIL, it is always available. But it will have to be at arm's length and following the rules and regulations of the government. $1 billion dream, yes sir, $1 billion dream was seen by Gainwell Group, and they are trending very well on that. TIL will be now adding its own whatever growth plans are there to that dream. Advantages of high star agreement revision. We have done high star agreement revival for 5 more years, revision for 5 more years, because we'll continue getting latest in terms of technology from them, whatever is coming. Exports, we are focused on exports. This year onwards, you should see some traction in exports. Southeast Asia, yes, it is an interesting market. Why Southeast Asia? Only we are thinking of all the way to Australia and New Zealand. Depending on how the market reacts, what specifications of machines are needed, do we have those specs? How do we change those specs to suit those requirements, regulatory requirement? How important is defense manufacturing? Absolutely very important. Factory visit, yes. Mr. Gautam Nandi spoke about direct indirect impacts of new GST regulation. Yes, the impact of the new GST announcements is by and large positive on the company, because our products will be available cheaper for the customers. And we are wanting to make sure that our customers take full advantage of the kind of benefits which have come. Our system is getting reconfigured so that from the due date we start invoicing with the revised GST rates. But we really, from this platform, since this question has been in, I want to convey our gratitude to the government for considering GST rate revision. It has been a very good move. Main competitors in India, I mean, there are all the companies, various companies which are in the cranes business or reach stacker business, they are our competitors in India. IT, digital technology, how are they helping? They are helping tremendously. In fact, I want to share with you that TIL customers are going to have their entire service ecosystem on their mobile phone. In about 6 months' time, we are introducing brand new app for TIL, which is elsewhere in the group used, so that our customers can order parts online, they can order service, they can see how their machine is. We are also digitizing all our new cranes. So all cranes are going with onboard digital system. Our customers can see the performance sitting in their bedroom as to how the crane is working or not working in the day or night. So many digital initiatives are in the way. Mr. Gautam Nandi also spoke about a factory visit, which is happening, and memento for 50 years, so certainly which will happen. Mr. Osit Pathak spoke about how do we mitigate competition from China. Sir, competition is competition, whether this is from China or from US or whichever country. Yes, Chinese players have been fairly aggressive in India because they are voluminous products, they are voluminous producers and all. We have our own strategy as to how do we serve our customers in those spaces better. And rest assured, we will not leave any stone unturned from our side. Competitors are from all over the place. How is geopolitical situation helping or disrupting our business? I would say that geopolitical situation at this stage, yes, there are concerns around supply chain, around shipping lines and this, that, but geopolitical situation on the whole for India is going to be helpful. I can just give you one simple example as to how a company like TIL should see its future. Today, India's GDP is about $4.2 trillion. 4.19 last I heard, 4.2 trillion dollar. About 16-17% of this GDP comes from manufacturing. Okay. So if we calculate 16-17% on 4.2 trillion, roughly about 600 billion or 650 billion. Government has announced publicly that by 2030, the GDP is likely to hit 7 trillion. 7 trillion. And government has committed, as per Make in India policy, that we will be making sure that 20% of the GDP comes from manufacturing. So in 2030, when we become $7 trillion, $1.4 trillion, 20% of this is going to come from manufacturing. Today's manufacturing in India is about 650 billion. It's likely to reach about 1.4 trillion, more than double. That should be a lesson for companies like TIL also, that we have to, and we have been so weak that we have to not only double, we have to triple or quadruple in this time period in terms of bringing in new products and enhancing our manufacturing capability. Capacity expansion plan, average borrowing cost. Borrowing cost is high at the moment because there is bank funding, there is also NBFC funding, but all the NBFC funding will be retired as soon as the QIP money comes. That's primary objective of this. Also amongst the banks, many of the banks, they saw TIL in a weak condition. And when they came in, our banking partners, at that time, they kept the rate very high. Now there are partners, banking partners from within India. There are multinational banks which are in India. They are all wanting to come to TIL with fresh limits. We will replace all expensive debts, whether they are bank or other debts, with more cost competitive debts, preferably with equity, but wherever the debt has to be taken with more cost competitive debts. So we will make sure that our banks also give us, after all, there has been such a reduction in the interest rates in last couple of years' time. The benefit should be passed on to a growing company like TIL. This is the time when we need banking partner support. Miss Srishti Jain, you asked very, very interesting questions about capacity utilization, about government receivables, about bifurcation of products, reach stackers and all. We have, so many of your questions have some very specific inputs. I'll get the team to respond to you, but I can tell you something that not only the existing products, but several new products from the are on the anvil. Some will be introduced this year and some will start to get introduced next year. One of you had at least asked, and I think you had also indicated, crushing and screening. TIL had stopped manufacturing crushing and screening several years ago. We are evaluating. It's a large market. It's a very large market, and TIL had very good technology at one point of time. It's a market which TIL unfortunately could not cope with in last few years' time, but we are evaluating whether it is worthwhile to get into crushing screening space once again. And we will look at those possibilities there. New SBU for defense, I explained competition from ACE and Escort. So I mean, when we see competition from everyone. we don't want to take names of the company. They are all good companies. We respect our competitors, but we'll make sure that for every competitor and their offerings into the market, we have a suitable response to our customers. Choice is with the customer. They have to choose as to which one they will take. But we will not vacate a market space just because our competition is very powerful. Mr. Ashok Kumar Roy mentioned about profits not enough. Sorry, there one more question. Can TIL provide, I think this was Ms. Jain's question, can TIL provide heavy fabrication to GPL? Yes, I responded to that. Yes, not only to GPL, wherever else in the group or outside it is required. Are any approvals needed? No regulatory approvals are needed. It is only approvals would be needed for the quality confirmation if we are exporting, because GEPL, Gainwell Engineering, is exporting outside. Some of those machines are going outside. Whenever they are getting exported, if there is any requirement from the regulatory authorities or the importing country, then we'll have to see whether some approvals are needed. As of now, as to your question, no approvals are needed. Mr. Ashok Kumar Roy spoke about profits not reasonable. Yes, we acknowledge that, sir, with a sense of guilt, and we will try. We are working very hard to improve the profitability. Why your company is so small? Yes, we also have that guilt, and don't worry. Every single year we will reduce this guilt one by one. What should be done? We are doing everything possible to make sure. I mean, it is not as if it is not known to us as to what needs to be done now. We have to grow. We have to grow in sync with the market in this country and beyond, even for exports. I think last few things, TIL is the pride of Bengal. Yes, thank you very much for that comment. What is the exports to US this year? Nothing. Any impact of tariff by US? No tariff impact to us. Unlikely, because India has not imposed any counter tariffs on the US products. Otherwise, our Heister kits or all would have become a problem. Mr. Sudipta Chakravarti spoke about how to control liabilities. How do we grow faster? And he also mentioned about Memento. So I think I've responded to them. Mr. Taraknath Chakravarti spoke about QIP, EGM procedures. Sir, I assure you, if there has been any lapse on that, generally speaking, we are not aware of any procedural lapse, but if there is anything, we will try and correct ourselves. It's not a problem at all. You made a specific mention about recruitment of a particular person who happens to be related to me. I tell you, in professional world, we do not recruit or not recruit somebody because one is related. I think those days are gone when relatives used to be kind of people of choice. If you can perform, you will be there. If you cannot perform, you will not be there. Rishabh's appointment, the name that you have taken, has been done in the ordinary course of business. There was a marketing head who did not exist, who left or who retired, I think, a few years ago, and the marketing head position was filled up. It was, to our understanding, it was done strictly on the basis of merits, and I want to clarify this, and strictly following all company law regulations. There has been no violation on that, I can assure you on that. And people have to, and we are seeing the efforts of marketing and brand of TIL in today's world with the team's effort. So I can assure you that we have no intention of compromising corporate governance in this company ever. You will not have that complaint ever from me. Whether it is related party transaction within Gainwell Group or whether it is a question of employment of A or B or C. We don't see people as, if Gainwell Engineering has to buy things from TIL, they have to buy at market price. They can't expect anything to be given in concession by TIL. We will not do that. We will make sure that it does not happen. Right? We have to follow all the related party transactions guidelines given by the law.
For EGM to take this kind of special, I think this is a specific name, so I am giving an agenda of what Sir has talked about. There is a threshold limit of cost to be incurred by the company. I will request learned shareholder to look into page number 169, wherein within the group TIL is recovering certain costs for certain expenses, and thereby these are the common resources where these are deployed across the group. The name you have taken is also the resource of the common usage. Therefore, there is a recovery. Considering the recovery, the threshold limit has not been reached. Therefore, it has not taken up in AGM. I want to be very specific on this. So, as Sir has talked about, our commitment is to be compliant, and it will be compliant for everything. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And I want to assure all our shareholders that we will never ever allow any compromise on the corporate governance structures. With that, I think I've responded broadly to majority of your questions, and I hope the answers that are given by us and my team have broadly satisfied you. If there's anything specific, I'm here giving you my email address. Whether you can reach any other person or not, you can always reach me. Sunil.Chaturvedi@tilindia.com. Please note down and send me mail. You can write to others also. I will make sure that if I don't respond the same day, within shortest possible time, I respond. I keep traveling. With that, I want to once again gratefully acknowledge the depth of your observations, questions all of you have gone through in the annual report, your devoted time. Thank you very much for your hard work. Again, I'm repeating my commitment. In the month of February, we will go to the plant. We'll make sure that your plant visit requirement, which you have voiced last year, it's met fully, right? And we'll make it a good visit so that you can see as to how the activity level in your plant has come up very significantly. I would like to, after thanking, I would like to take up the remaining agenda of the meeting, the resolutions. The resolutions as set out in the notice of the meeting were put for e-voting, which was held during the period from 8th of September 2025 to 10th of September 2025. The result of the e-voting to be put out by 12th of September 2025. Dear members, as per the Companies Act, facilities are being provided to the shareholders to cast their votes during the AGM. So you can cast now. Also, and accordingly, you can cast your votes now via the link provided to you from the NSDL side. This is to further inform all the members that the company has appointed Mrs. Rupanjana De, practicing company secretary, having membership number F7530 and certificate of practice number 14492 as the scrutinizer of the e-voting. Mrs. De shall count all the votes after the end of the meeting and will place before the company a detailed report on the same in due course of time. Please allow me to read out all the resolutions one by one with a request to put all the members to present to cast their vote. Number 1, as an ordinary resolution, resolve that the audited standalone and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and the auditors thereon, be and are hereby received, considered, and adopted. Resolution number 2, as an ordinary resolution, resolve that Mr. Ayan Banerjee, Director of the company, who retires by rotation at this annual general meeting, be and is hereby reappointed as a director of the company. Resolution number 3, as an ordinary resolution, resolve that pursuant to the provisions of section 148 and any other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013 and the rules framed thereunder, including any statutory modifications or reenactments thereof for the time being in force, the remuneration payable to Messrs. N. Radhakrishnan and Company, cost accountants, firm registration number 000056, appointed by the Board of Directors on the recommendations of the Audit Committee as the cost auditor of the company to conduct the audit of the cost records maintained by the company for the financial year 24-25, amounting to rupees 1,50,000 plus applicable taxes and reimbursement out of pocket expenses as approved by the Board of Directors of the company, be and is hereby ratified. Resolved further that the Board of Directors of the company, be and is hereby authorized to do all such acts and take such steps as may be necessary, proper, and expedient to give effect to this resolution. Number 4, as an ordinary resolution, Resolved that pursuant to the provisions of Section 204 and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 9 of the Company's Appointment and Remuneration of Managerial Personnel Rule 2014 and Regulation 24A of SEBI LODR Regulation 2015 as amended on 12th of December 2024, including any statutory modifications or reenactments thereof for the time being in force, and upon the recommendation of the Board of Directors of the company, Messrs. Rupanjana, They and Company, practicing company secretaries, firm registration number P2024WB101200, BN is hereby appointed as the secretarial auditor of the company for a term of 5 consecutive years commencing from financial year 2025-26. At such remuneration plus taxes as and on such terms and conditions as may be fixed by the Board of Directors of the company based on the recommendations of the Audit Committee from time to time. Resolved further that the Board of Directors of the company be and is hereby authorized to do all acts and take all such steps as may be necessary, proper or expedient to give effect to this resolution. I request the members to cast their votes electronically and also would request the scrutinizer, Ms. Day, to please complete the process of counting as early as possible as per the statutes. With there being no other item on the agenda, dear members, I thank you for your attendance, for your time to be here with us, and declare the 50th Annual General Meeting of the company as closed. Thank you so much, sir. We will note down Mr. Gautam Nandi and who else? আচ্ছা পরে লিখিয়ে দেন সবাই একজন, সবাই নামটা নোট করে নেন। Grateful thanks. Thank you so much.